Drake May.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone, to the Chain Crew podcast. You've got Dom, Schmeeks, and Carter here. We are excited to be back. We just
Cheers.
finished up week 8 in the NFL season, or was it week 9? Was it
Week
week 8?
9.
No,
Week
it was week
nine.
9. I'm
Week nine.
sorry. We are going to be reviewing week 9, going through our mid-season NFL honors predictions. We did do this before the season started. If you want to go back to one of our older videos, we're going to update those, talk about
First
some
video.
players we really like right now. And then we're going to
Yeah.
each give our top 10 quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers right now in the NFL. And of course, end with some hot takes for week 10. Boys, how are we feeling? We had a crazy week. All of our teams won this week. The Vikings,
Yep.
Patriots, and Seahawks. I don't know if that's happened in 9 weeks, and it feels amazing.
I'll tell you what.
All-
I'm feeling
all-
gay for May. I'll tell you that much right now.
Who isn't?
That's what I'm feeling. That's fair.
Who isn't?
Oh, Jesus, my
All
microphone
three
broke again.
teams surprised me too, because I'm gonna start with the sad one. I watched the Patriots game with Dom. A lot more of a nail biter than I thought it'd be. I mean, we talked about that possibly being a trap game, and Drake London definitely showed off a little bit. There were some
Yeah.
circus catches.
He was putting penis on forehead on our cornerbacks after Christian Gonzalez was out.
Dude.
That's the only way to put
Yeah.
it.
Well, even when Christian was in, the play he got injured on, I mean, Drake was just being the biggest, baddest man out there all game long.
Yep.
I mean,
Beastin'.
I was looking at Dom at one point because I know Dom was, it's tough seeing your team get. I was like, I don't know who defends that. He was
Yeah.
unconscious in his bag, doing
He went
circus
sicko mode
acts
for a
on
second.
the Patriots.
It was wild.
Yeah.
It was a tough watch. I'm not gonna lie, but
But you got the dub.
hey, Drake May 8th game in a
Dubs.
row with a 100+ passer rating. That's all I have to
Wow.
say. My goat. It's
Wow.
gay for May season. I love Drake
Wow.
May. He's my goat. But yeah, Schmeeks
Yeah.
and I watched all the games together. We didn't really watch the Vikings game. Let's be real here. We saw some highlights.
Yeah.
And we talked on the phone with Carter, while he was driving, doing his little road trip, all that stuff.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it was a good time. It was a very good time. The crazy thing, though, was the Seahawks game. The Seahawks are up by 1.8 trillion points, and the Commanders leave Jaden Daniels in, and he snaps his shit.
Yeah.
Just like my microphone just snapped. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He snaps his shit, and it was an awful watch. We
It
were
was.
on the couch watching the replay because I was looking at my phone when the actual play happened, and I thought it was his leg. And so I see the
here.
replay going, and I'm looking at his leg. I'm like, I don't see anything. And
did
Schmitz
the
is looking
same
at his
thing.
phone during this, and I look over the arm, and I'm like, oh my God. And then Schmeeks hadn't seen it, so I rewinded it, and it was a lot. It was a tough watch. It was a tough
I
watch.
did the same exact
We
thing.
watched it together. He rewinded it the first time he rewinded it. We watched it, and I'm still looking at the leg. And I thought I saw his Achilles go.
Yeah.
So I was like, his Achilles. And Dom's like, no, you idiot. And he says, and he's like pointing at the injury. And I was like, oh God, yeah, that's
Yeah.
ugh.
It was a tough watch. That thing was in the wrong direction. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not great.
But,
I'm not a doctor.
hey, shout
but-
out
Sil-
to the
silver
Hawks, though.
lining.
They dominated. Good for the
Hawks
Hawks.
are
You guys
good.
did so
Hawks
good
are
on
good.
both sides of the ball.
One last thing I want to point out. Me and Schmeigs were watching that game, and Sam Darnold, he throws his third touchdown, and he comes back out on the field, and I say 12 for 12, 4 touchdowns, and I shit you not, like 2 plays later, he throws the deep ball to the tight end, he goes all the way into the end zone for a touchdown, and he's 13 for 13 with 4 touchdowns. It was pretty sick. It was pretty sick.
Dom. And what was funny too is there's a lot of people over at that moment in time, and there's a lot of conversation happening. And I was trying to politely not interrupt the room, but also be like, "This is kind of sick." Dom called this in a way. Like, I don't want to kill the vibe here, but
Yeah.
Dom's in his crystal ball right now.
I felt real good. I felt real good about that one.
Well, you know what?
and then
No one
JJ
predicted-
McCarthy looked pretty good.
Yep.
I'll
Yep.
give him
No
his
one
flowers.
predicted that in their crystal ball, dude. I was totally expecting the
give him
Lions
his
to just
flowers.
destroy us, and
Mhm.
I am so happy that I am surprised and we somehow won. Our defense looked good. Aaron Jones looked good until he got hurt. JJ McCarthy put the ball where he needed to on great
Yep.
plays. Like I didn't get
Yep.
to watch it live. I just watched highlights, but I'm pleasantly surprised. We'll see. Hopefully it's not a fluke, but I needed to, as I was telling you guys on the phone, I just wanted to see him like get some reps and make some
Yep.
good decisions and see if he can actually play. And he did. I mean, we beat the
He did.
Lions in Detroit.
One of the best teams in the
pretty
league.
shocked.
You did good. You did good. The only thing that made me
Yeah.
really mad was that Justin Jefferson didn't have like 12 catches and 180 yards. I've still yet to see that this year, and that's all I want to see from that team. They could go 0-17 as long as he has 1,700 yards. I'm stoked. No offense to Carter, but that's just the truth. I apologize.
That's all right. I get it.
No,
I'm happy they won. That's all
You
I
guys
care
definitely
about.
got up, and then it felt like we were talking about Jameis Winston 30 for 30, but you got that defense still. You got up, and definitely JJ was not. The second half, you were definitely playing a lot more conservative, and
Yeah.
just not in Justin Jefferson's favor. But
Sickens
another
me.
day. Hey,
Yep.
I got. Speaking of wide receiver performances, Drake May was highlighted. What? I actually went back and rewatched the highlights. That Bears Bengals game.
That game was
T Higgins
nuts.
T Higgins was he was I think at one point flying. It was
Yep.
it was
I
bananas.
think he was.
And
I can remember
he
that.
was flying. I saw
Mhm.
lasers coming out of his eyes.
Yeah.
The fact they lost that astounds me. I could not
Unbelievable.
believe that game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
that game was
sick when we
crazy.
saw that. We were absolutely sick when we saw the end of that game because it's
Well,
like,
the
you know,
Bengals coming back. You think the
yeah, dude,
Bengals somehow got the win
yeah.
after they looked like they were going to lose?
Unless it's the Chiefs, it's
Honestly,
hard to see a team come back just to lose. If it's the Chiefs, I'm dancing on their graves. But for this instance, Colston Loveland, Benson Goon, as me and my friends call him, because he literally looks like Benson Boone, but we call him Benson Goon because he's a football
That's
player.
hilarious.
I like it.
It's my favorite nickname I've ever named anybody, other than Slay Love Williams, of course. But he catches it over the middle. He spins off of 2 tackles and goes into the end zone. It's just
was sick.
unfair. It's just unfair. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So,
And oh,
no, go ahead.
go ahead.
I want to get into our hot takes, but go ahead.
It was unfair to Chase Brown too. Apparently,
he
was not. He was,
Yeah,
he was so mad. Oh my
I would
god,
be
he
too.
was so mad. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
valid.
they put up what 40 plus points in two back-to-back, like in back-to-back weeks, and lost both those games. That's
Average Joe Burrow
unbelievable.
game.
I mean, Joe Flacco throwing 470 yards and 4 touchdowns is crazy.
Yep.
And then they
yeah.
trade away one of their linebackers today. Like,
Yeah, we're gonna
It's
get into the trades, but we gotta get into the hot takes
yeah,
first.
today was the
Since
trend
we
they
got
were
wrong
looking
I
and
at.
want to
right.
So,
say Joe's in Cincy historically
Yep.
light it up. Anyway,
Very
yeah,
true.
true.
Very true.
So, Schmeegs had Daniel Jones going for 4 touchdowns. That did not happen. Somehow the Steelers defense, which has been pretty crappy all year, all of a sudden just shit on Daniel Jones on
Yeah.
Sunday.
If you include the
Um,
turnovers,
yeah,
he had 4. He had 4 something.
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was gonna say he had 3 turnovers in weeks 1 through 8. Had 3 in week 9.
Yep.
So it was truly
Welcome back,
regression.
Giants Daniel Jones. Welcome back.
We'll see.
We
We'll
missed you.
see.
We'll
I don't know.
see.
Maybe it's a fluke. Maybe it's not. You also said, Schmeeks, the Titans don't score more than 10. They played the Chargers and
Yeah,
almost
they had
beat
a
them. They
shootout for a
lost.
little bit there. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
wild.
27
Yeah.
to 20 the Chargers, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Chargers
dead
lost.
wrong.
The Chargers lost Joe Alt, I think, is out for the season, right?
Sickening.
Big
Sickening.
injury for
Not
that.
good.
The damn team
Yeah,
can
I
never
had-
be
I
don't
healthy.
know ball.
I had Colts and Steelers combining for over 60 points. That did not happen. So I also do not know ball. But I said Rams win by 27 or more, and I think that hit. It was
24.
24.
You were
Dang it, I
so
almost
close.
had it.
We were
Let's go.
watching like, damn,
my
Carter
my
might
hating
hit
worked.
this.
My hating worked.
Yeah.
I had my prayer beads on.
And then Dom said Texans beat the Broncos.
I
That
was
game was
so
close.
I was so. If CJ
Yeah.
Stroud
was
doesn't
close.
get Tua'd, then maybe they win. That's all I
Yep.
have to say.
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad.
My other one was Jamar Chase 12 catches, which didn't happen. He had a good game, but
But
not
you
12 catches.
you also said Jameer Gibbs and Justin Jefferson combined for 300 total yards. Unfortunately, that did not happen either. I love that. I love that's such a hot
I think
take. I'm
they had
sorry, go ahead.
299. I think they had 299.
Oh yeah, sure. No
Yeah,
way. I don't
something
even know
like
if they had
that.
under 50.
I don't know.
But
If I could throw out one little self
that's why
hubris, the
they
only
call them hot
thing
takes for a reason.
True.
I did right this weekend was predict that the Panthers would take down the Green Bay Packers. I picked the Panthers when we went through all of them. I'm happy I hit on that one.
Let's go.
Other than that, complete and utter failure from your boy.
So we had a couple other huge injuries. So like we had Joe Alt, we had Jaden
Jaden,
Daniels.
big one, big
I
one.
thought there was another one or two other ones that were kind of big. Maybe I'm forgetting. I
Um,
guess it was Jaden Daniels and Joe Alt,
I
the two
can't think
biggest ones.
right now,
Those
honestly.
Joe Alt's season ending, which is tough, and
Yeah,
then
awful.
I don't know if Jaden Daniels can come back, but it's tough to see. We keep seeing amazing players getting hurt. It's just a pain. I mean, we're halfway through the season. We've got a ton of amazing players hurt. Oh, you just said him. The quarterbacks. Stroud got a concussion. That's not season ending, but I mean, still, it's huge for the Texans.
There
Um,
was one video
It
I
was a
saw, and
bad concussion.
I think I sent it to you guys, but the Jaden Daniels injury and the RG3 injury happened against the same team on the same yard line, obviously opposite ends of the field, but the same yard line in the third quarter. Crazy.
Crazy.
Absolutely crazy. It's just wild.
It's
Yep.
one question that I was thinking I was going to ask, and then we found out the answer today. But I was going to ask you guys if you thought when Kyler Murray comes back, if he should be the starter or Jacoby Brissett. But we found out today that they've named Jacoby Brissett the starter for the Cardinals,
Well,
which
Kyler's out for like 2 months or
I
something because of his
I
injury.
know, but I was thinking to myself, they look better. They look like they're throwing the ball better with him
Yeah,
compared to
I
Kyler.
think it's just a scheme fit thing. Honestly, I just don't think I just think
Yeah.
he doesn't fit the scheme. There's just, I mean, it's just one of those things. A QB needs to fit the scheme, or it's just not going to work out well. I would
Yeah,
like to see Kyler in an offense built like the Ravens or something, where it's run first. That's what I would like to see
Yeah.
because he's an incredible scrambler. He's got a good arm, but his strength is scrambling. I would love to see something like that. I fully expect him to be on a different team either next year or the year after that, though. I will say that
agreed.
much. I want to see him in a
Watch him
new
go to the
place.
Steelers.
I could see that for sure. I want to see him in a new place that will utilize his strengths and everything because ever since this new OC came in, it feels like it's been nothing but just inconsistency. And before, when he had the last OC, whoever it was, I can't even remember. But
It was Clint.
yes,
The
it was Clint.
the Commanders.
Cliff
I forget his
Kingsbury.
last
Cliff
name.
Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury. Thank you.
Yes. I mean, when he was with him, he had an MVP season before getting injured. So it's like
Right.
he's obviously
So
talented. You just got to have the right scheme, and I think he'll go somewhere else.
what I will say about Cliff Kingsbury, I mean, we'll see. I remember when Cliff Kingsbury was there, obviously they had a great offense. Cliff's a genius. He helped the Commanders get to the championship last year. He also very turbulent, very publicly turbulent relationship with Kyler. Very insulting on his work ethic.
Yep.
They did not like each other. And I remember the first thing I said when Gannon took over as a Seahawks fan was I said, because everything after Cliff left and Gannon took over was, we're happy with Kyler, we're happy with Kyler's work ethic. And I said, either that's true and they're getting along, or that's not true, and we got a head coach now who's mature enough to keep that within the locker room. So I think, to me, I do think he has some big moments, but he kind of reminds me a little bit of Russell Wilson and the fact that he's very non-traditional and, like you said, scheme fit. I think if you get him like James Conner and Kyler reminded me a lot of Beast Mode and Russell Wilson, which is force him to defend the middle and give your guy room to roll out. And Kyler on the move is so dangerous, throwing and running.
Yep.
Sure.
But yeah, like I don't see him succeeding anymore in a 3-step drop back shoot kind of scheme.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens after this and where he ends up going because I mean I could see we talked about our bounce back QBs and now I feel like he's gonna be the bounce back QB, but we'll see.
Could.
Kind of
He has
perfect
so
timing
much
last
talent.
episode. 100%.
One other thing that I wanted to talk about: Bills beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs go down. Josh Allen.
I was freaking out. I was so happy, dude. I was so happy.
And a lackluster performance from Mahomes. I mean, that Chiefs offense
was-
really struggled.
He was held to the lowest completion percentage of his career so far.
Really?
Yep.
Not
Joey
that-
Bosa.
not that that's-
Joey Bosa destroyed that O-line
There
too.
it is.
Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, dude, he was cooking them. And then obviously, I mean, the Bills' offense looked good, but the big story is that the Bills' defense finally looked really, really good in the game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I don't know what that change was, but to your point, not
And he
all
keep
on
doing
Mahomes.
whatever it
That
is.
O line, he was under fire.
yeah.
I
just need to see this in the playoffs. I mean, it's just as simple
Yeah.
as that. They put up a stat that me and Shamik saw. They allow like 35 points per game against the Chiefs in the playoffs. Like, you can't win with that. You just simply can't. Like, if your team is giving up more than like 25 points in a game, like, yeah, that's tough to win. It's just the truth. So,
Yeah.
I want to see this happen in the playoffs. We'll see though.
Agreed.
But huge
Well,
win.
I have to say that we need to celebrate it. We need to bring it up. We need to talk about it. It finally happened. Schmeeg's got a win in the
He did.
fantasy
It did.
football
G
league.
freaking
Our
G.
worst of first league for the Chain Crew. It took him 9 weeks, but he has gotten a dub. Congratulations, Schmeeks. We actually had a little bit of drama this week because I accidentally started a guy who didn't play. Schmeeks accidentally started a guy that didn't play. And, Don didn't want Schmeeks to win. He just wanted to cheat himself to another win.
I
obviously,
literally
as
said
Don
it's up
does.
to you two.
And so-
I literally said it's up to you guys.
So for the viewers, I had Bryce Young and Andy Dalton because Bryce Young was doubtful. I got distracted looking into Dom's eyes while we were hanging out watching football, and forgot to pull Dalton out and put Bryce in when they decided he was good to go. So I started watching the Panthers and I saw Bryce Young come out and I said, shit. So anyways, it didn't matter. I took a negative 20-point penalty. I would have won by a pretty decent margin if I had left Bryce in because
True.
even though the Panthers won, he still got positive points in our league somehow.
Yep.
Yeah, he played for it.
But I got a coalition going now that Washington Commanders defense, the Miami Dolphins head coach, and Tyler Shuck leading me to my first victory.
Way to go.
Tyler
Way to go. Congrats,
Not
Schmeeks.
bad.
One thing I need to do, I need to call Carter out for something, okay?
Oh.
This is a fantasy league that Schmeeks is not even involved in, but I need to call it out right now. In our group chat earlier, Ricky says, Carter, you fuck, that's a terrible trade. And I just want Schmeeks' thoughts on this and the audience's thoughts. Now, let me get going here. This league,
said this
I want
like 20 minutes
this
ago.
league, mind you, is based off of you get points per all of your yards and everything, no matter the position and everything. So this is even worse than it could be. He says trade Ashton Genty from Ricky, and Ricky receives Tez Johnson, Kareem Hunt, and Mark Andrews. It is actually one of the worst trades I have ever heard in my life. It's so bad, in fact, that people were saying that it sounds like a trade I would try to make, which is true. I mean, I try and fleece people all the time. One of the worst trades I've ever seen in my life, dude. I don't even know what to tell you. I'm actually disgusted.
You need to check
That
their
is
stats
hilarious.
because Genty has not been that great. Mark Andrews gets Lamar Jackson back. Tez Johnson has Baker and their wide receiver core is hurt. And then Kareem Hunt actually had a pretty good game because Isaiah Pacheco's injured. If you check the stats this week, it's actually a pretty reasonable
Carter.
trade.
This is
Plus,
not a reasonable trade.
Ricky-
Carter.
It's one of the
Anytime
worst
you
trades in
need
fantasy
more
history.
Anytime you're doing 3-for-1, you are trying to take advantage of someone who doesn't
I don't know,
understand
but
anything
Yeah.
about
he's not a
fantasy.
He's not a top 5 running back. Ashton's like what?
He doesn't
12,
need to be
15?
top 5. Tez Johnson, brother.
Those are top. Those aren't even top 30 players, dude.
Here's
Like, I
what
don't
I'm
know.
gonna tell you right now. This is what happened. Here's what happened in Carter's head. He's looking and he's like, "Damn, I kind of need a running back right now." So he clicks Ricky's team. He clicks Ashton Genty, and then he's like, "Shit, Tez Johnson, Mark Andrews, fucking
That's-
Kareem Hunt.
that's-
He'll accept that." And then you
The
said
second half
send.
of that, yes. The first half,
I
no.
know.
I
I know.
actually, I was like, I want Genty specifically, and then one other player. I sent out another trade for another player as well.
I gotta show you guys
I bet
this.
it couldn't have been as bad as this one.
I'm gonna stop while we're
Maybe.
talking about terrible fantasy football trades. I gotta show you this. I'm in this dynasty league, and I love these guys. They're awesome. I don't know them, and I probably got emotional and responded to this in a way I shouldn't. After
Uh-oh.
Mike Evans went down, and he was down for the season, I got sent a 1-to-1 trade for, let me see here, the number 6 PPR running back this year, 25-year-old Javonte Williams. I'm going to hide the name here. This guy offered me straight up Mike Evans after a season-ending
Let's go.
injury for Javonte Williams. And I actually said, in response to this, I said, I don't want to be rude. I've been in this league for 3 years. I said, I don't want to be rude, but this is possibly the worst trade offer I have received in this league. I think there actually might be a riot in the chat if I accepted that.
Well, here's what you need to understand is Mike Evans' soul is contractually obligated to the devil to average 1,000 yards a season. So when he comes back, he has to get 800-900 yards the final few games of the year. So you're either going to miss out on 4 games of 200 yards or 2 games of 400 yards. I think you take the L there, unfortunately, my friend.
Yeah, I was being a bit of a jerk there, but I could not. I saw that, and it was literally a double take where it's like, what would you like a 33-year-old player that's not going to play again this year?
That's so fire.
And give me a top 10 running back on the season who's 25. Like, it makes no sense in any aspect to me.
Valid.
Absolutely not.
Valid.
I thought about this. We haven't made a trade in our league. There's
I
been a lot
tried
of
making a
waiver
trade
wire
week
pickups.
1. I tried making a trade week 1 to Carter, and he said, LOL, I love the thought of someone trying to make a trade in this league, but no.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, go fuck yourself.
I don't remember what it was.
I was trying to trade for Rattler or something. I can't even remember.
Dude, I think we gotta start making trades just to mix it up, just for fun.
Carter and I have one trade in our dynasty, and even that confused me. Do you remember this? You gave me David Njoku, and I gave you Dalton Schultz in a 3rd-round pick. And then you turned around and you cut Dalton Schultz. And I said, I would have just given you the 3rd. He basically gave me David Njoku for the privilege to take Dalton Schultz off of my roster. I didn't understand what was going on.
Are you sure I did that immediately? Maybe I did it a couple weeks later. I don't think I did it immediately, but I don't
You did
know.
it within a month. You did it pretty rapidly, and it was offensive to me.
I wanted the pick.
One final thing I want to point out in this league, and this is something me and Schmeigs were talking about while he was up. Just one thing I got to say. Carter set some rules before the season began when there was only 3 of us that only once per week someone would win. Because there's 3 of us. It makes sense to do that. We added Sam, though. Okay? So we have a matchup. 2 people, 1v1 every single week. So Carter didn't want to change the rules, and I think he had a little bit of foresight here, because if we had gone with regular rules, which we should have, I would be in 1st place, Sam would be in 2nd place, Schmeigs, after this tiebreaker, would be in 3rd place, and Carter would be in last place and in danger of wearing the maid's outfit. So there's a little bit of confusion going on right now. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I'm already in trouble. I mean, you and Sam have 3 wins. I have 2. Schmeeks has 1. Like I haven't won since like week 5 or 6. I'm in trouble.
It's true. It's true. We'll see what happens this season. But speaking of trades, I think we need to talk about some trades that happened in the NFL today. Some big ones. There's some teams rebuilding, which probably should be rebuilding, but they made some pretty interesting trades today. And that is the first and the biggest one. Sauce Gardner to the Colts for 2 first-round picks and Adonai Mitchell. Pretty wild trade. Pretty wild. I mean, I was not expecting this. Like, I thought...
Didn't they just pay Sauce this year? This offseason, didn't they just give him an extension?
This year or last year? I can't remember which one. But regardless, he got a big extension.
Is worth a bit of...
Yeah.
It's just, as soon as that happened, though, I just knew that the doors are open. Pretty much everybody's up for trade. And then, like 30 minutes later, they trade Quinn and Williams as well. They trade one of the best corners in the league, and they trade one of the best interior defensive linemen in the league, all within an hour. And now they have 5 first-round picks in the next 2 drafts. It's just crazy.
And I actually respect them for doing this. Brees Hall almost went to the Chiefs, but
I would have fucking punched my
I
wall, dude.
understand the Chiefs wanted to give him a fourth. I understand why the Jets said no because I bet you even if Brees leaves in free agency, his compensatory pick, whoever picks him up, he will get enough playing time to be a third round compensatory. So I can
Yeah,
see why they said no, give us a third or nothing.
Well, the thing
yeah,
to me is Brees is worth way more than the third, anyways, dude. He's an
I agree.
incredible running back. So
I agree.
Well,
I
he wants
thought
out,
I'm surprised no team wanted to send that
right?
because it's just
I
crazy.
think I think he wants out, and I think they're willing to let him get out, but they're not going to let him get out and sacrifice because again, they're going to get a third rounder when he leaves.
Yeah,
If he leaves in free agency, so they can't sacrifice him for anything less.
yeah.
And I get that.
There was
But
also
that sauce,
That's
teams
awesome.
called
Yes.
about Jalen Waddle as well, and apparently the Dolphins want a first rounder and more for him. So I personally, as a
I get
Patriots
that.
fan, I would have taken that trade any day of the week. You get an at least elite talent wide receiver who could be a wide receiver one the second he steps in the
Yep.
door on most teams in the league. And I
Yeah.
mean, ball in his hands, he's one
Yeah.
of the best wide receivers in the league. He's unbelievable. And as a Patriots fan myself, I would have taken that extra because my team just straight up can't draft receivers. So it's like, you know, that first round pick, huge gamble. 99% of the time, I'm positive if we had taken Justin Jefferson, he'd be a bust. Like the team just can't draft receivers at all. It's just the way it goes. So I'm all
Yeah.
about sending those picks out and getting some star talent, dude. Honestly,
Respect.
but
Yeah, I think we
yeah,
saw what the Bengals linebacker went to the
yep,
Cowboys.
yep. Logan
Brandon
Wilson.
Williams went to the Cowboys. The Cowboys clearly were like, we want to try and somewhat compete. Our defense is worse in the league. We got to make some changes.
Yeah, they probably should have kept their
So
superstar pass rusher, but whatever.
you think, yeah. And there was one or two. There was like a lineman traded to the Saints or traded from the Saints. I saw that.
Yeah. And then Rashid
Um,
Shaheed to the Seahawks, which is Schmeeks
yes,
has some
that's
thoughts
what we
on.
got to talk about. Let's go, Shmeez. Give us your reaction to the Rashid Shaheed trade from the Saints to the Seahawks.
I'm going. I'm going to give. I gotta do a little short on this, so I'll put one out just to condense this. But my take on this, just as a Seahawks fan, is um, I didn't really understand it, and I didn't understand it mostly from the. And I'm gonna say this. I want just. I'm not like the smartest NFL watcher. I don't know a lot about Rashid Shaheed except that I have seen him moving. I mean, the guy's a deep threat. He's so
Yeah,
fast.
big time.
We had a Saints wide receiver that played for Gary Kubiak that we picked up to be a scheme fit and a deep threat, and in Marquez Valdez Scantling, and we let him go at the start of the year. And when we did that, I operated on several assumptions. I operated on the assumption that they believed that they had um, two solid wide receivers they want on the in the game in JSN and Cooper Cup, and I believe that they thought they had a deep threat in Torrey Horton. I thought I
Mm,
was validated in that belief when Torrey Horton caught his fifth touchdown this last weekend, and then they went and got Shaheed. So it's just a little confused. You trust the vision. Obviously, John Schneider and McDonald are smarter than me. But as a Seahawks fan, I'm a little confused because I don't know what does this mean for your star rookie Torrey Horton. Is he going to get his snaps reduced? Is Cup getting phased out? Is he getting his snaps reduced? Um, we also run heavy as much, if not more, than any other team in the league. So are we going to keep running a bunch of two tight end sets? Is this a depth move? I don't really know, but it's not like we gave up a ton of capital. But I think it's a fourth and a fifth, so it feels like they figure him in. But there's a lot of talk right now that this is a big opening up for Sam Darnold. I'm not 100% sure. That it just feels like there's mouths to feed, and this is the sentimental part for me. If you know me, you know that there's five receivers. Of the ones I haven't named, you got Jake Bobo,
yeah,
and you got Tariq Young standing. Tariq Young is our special teams returner. I love Jake Bobo. I think he
Bobo's
might be
gone.
getting
The
walks.
motherfucker's
I
gone.
think he might be gone, and it hurts. I don't like it.
Oh,
So that's kind of in totality my thoughts. If I had to make a guess, I think that this is a sign that either A, Cooper Cup is more banged up than I thought. I,
yep.
I don't think they're moving. I think Torrey Horton, I don't think his role is getting diminished. I think, if anything, he might be taking wide receiver 2 snaps from Cooper Kupp, and Raheem Shaheed's going to figure in as that uh, um, as that guy who evacuates the deep zone. That's just a random thought, but it's either a vote of confidence in Torrey Horton, or they think Raheem Shaheed offers something as a speed threat that he doesn't.
Fair.
Damn.
In depth, too much, but that's where I'm at.
Great.
I
No,
think
loved
I
it.
personally
loved it.
think it's more for like the future, like past the season type of thing, because I don't see Cooper
Yes.
Kupp staying around very long. That dude is
Agreed.
old as hell. He gets injured every other snap. It's just,
Yep.
I think it's more so that, and I mean, he is a very good deep threat. He's a very good deep threat. It might
Yes.
open things up for JSN over the middle,
Yes.
underneath. I think it's going to help the team a lot, but we'll see. We'll
Yes.
see. I mean, it all depends how quickly he learns the
I
offense
couldn't
and
agree
everything.
more. I also think that you're getting a young guy who is very talented in an offense that has good play action, who has some young receivers, but he's at a good age where he's 27. He's got some experience. He's not super old. He's not super young. I like what he can
Yeah, hitting his
add to
prime.
your wide receiver room, and I think that I think it's a good move. I guess again, if you don't have to spend a ton of capital on him, why not? Yeah, and I think Cooper Kupp's again, yeah, like we were talking about, old, but also probably pretty banged
Cooked.
up.
He's cooked.
Um,
His meat's falling off
and
the bone at this point.
and I think if you want it, like every team, if you believe you're a Super Bowl contender, you need to have every single box checked, which includes elite receivers, includes depth, and also includes you're going to face some amazing defenses that are going to lock JSN down. They're going to double him. They're going to double him a lot. They know he's amazing. You got to have someone else who is elite who can compete and get past the defense or scare some people. So I like it. I think it's a great move for you guys.
Do we think Big NFL sent this trade through so Calvin Johnson's receiving record doesn't get broken this year?
I was gonna say
Just a thought.
it's the I'm gonna
Wow.
sound like such a bigoted Seahawks fan at this point, but I keep watching the Hawks, and again, I'm not saying I'm at a point where if someone sold out, they probably could. I'm not certain that JSN isn't just on this season inevitable at this point. He has been such an engine
He's been
for
a
this
baller.
offense.
Yeah.
He holds it's either him or Puka. Going into week 9, I think he held the highest target share percentage of any wide receiver. I mean, the Seahawks are looking his way repeatedly, and he's always open. I just don't know. I just don't know what a team would need to do to stop him and how that would open up the rest of the game for us. But he's.
I think
I'm shocked
eventually a team's going to figure it out and lock him up. It's not going to be every team,
Yeah.
but eventually a team with a good defense or a good defensive coordinator is going to do something to stop him. I mean, it happens. It happens to every single wide receiver. Like
Yep.
That's
Calvin
fair.
Johnson during his big seasons, there was always a game or two. Justin Jefferson. We talked about this a couple episodes ago. He was well on pace for 2,000 yards, and they had back-to-back like 30 and 40-yard games the last 2 games of the season. So it happens. I still think he's going to have a big year. I fully expect him to have like 1,700 yards this year. Like he's been a freaking monster. Unless something changes, I fully am expecting 1,700 or so yards. He's been awesome. So
Nice.
He's
All
no
right,
Keyshawn
boys.
Booty,
Should we, and with that, let's talk
Mhm.
about our booty ass picks for NFL honors.
Yep.
Right now in the middle of the season. Thoughts on how we get this started? Should we all just agree on one player? Should we all just kind of
I think we
list
each
one or two or
bring
three?
one. I think we each bring in who we think it is. We don't have to. I mean, we can all say the same player if that's who we think. But yeah.
Okay.
Also, let me give an intro for it, so it's like for a video intro.
Do it. Do it.
Boys, we are going to be doing our NFL Honors Awards for the midseason of the NFL season. Gentlemen, I hope we're ready. We're going to be going all the way down the line, every single NFL Honors Award. We did this before the season started, but midway through the season feels like a perfect time to do this once again. So, without further ado, do we want to start with MVP, or do we want to start with one of the lower tier awards and end with MVP? Is the real question here.
Ooh, we can do it backwards. Maybe go
I'm think
Ooh,
protector
I
of the
like
year.
I'm thinking
lower tiers.
protector first. I'm thinking we go,
Yeah.
yeah, bottom to
Protector
And
would be
top here.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
like it. I like it a lot.
hmm, anybody have a idea in mind or ready to go for this one?
I'm just gonna throw it out there, just like I did before the season started for protector of the year. I genuinely think for the first one, it's going to be an older player who would have won it before. That's just my little, tinfoil hat theory because obviously there's so many amazing players of the years who would have gotten this award that, won't at this point because they're either old or, there's really good young talent in the NFL at the tackle position and stuff now. So I want to go someone maybe like will it go to guards or is it? I'd assume it goes to guards too, right? Like it's not
I
just
know
tackles.
where you're going.
Because I got to go Quentin Nelson straight up.
Yes.
I would say Trent
Yes,
Williams.
I
Trent
think
Williams would
that's
be
a
my
smart
number
one.
one answer because I've said it all the time. I think he's truly the best tackle of all time. But I got to go Quentin Nelson here. I think you would think that guards would be in here, but tackle is obviously the more important position because you have the blind side and obviously the right side of the line. But I'm gonna go Quentin Nelson here. If it's not him, just give me Penei Sewell straight up. Those are my two choices right there. But I'm going Quentin Nelson number one.
Those are good ones.
I
Thank you, thank you.
along those lines, I was kind of thinking Trent Williams for the 49ers, like you
Yeah,
said,
exactly.
experienced guy, older. Um,
Hall of
you know, I,
Famer.
I I think a lot of these awards are going to go to players on really, really good teams. The Niners have looked pretty good. I mean, Mac Jones is leading them to a positive record right now. They're looking too bad, not too bad, even though they're really banged up. So I could see Trent Williams. I think that's what I said before the season started as well. But I also think along that line, you could probably pick any of the Eagles' offensive linemen. Like this award basically was created because, or not only because of Kelsey, Jason Kelsey. But I think that
Yeah.
again, we're going to see the Eagles be the best or one of the best teams in the NFL, especially in the NFC. I could see someone like Lane Johnson winning the award as well, since I think that Eagles O line is really good and
Yep.
they're going to get a lot
Hasn't
of
Lane's
behind.
been hurt a little bit this year too, hasn't he though?
I don't
Because
know.
I believe that was that's one of the things that's like slowed them down the first few weeks of the season is Lane being hurt. But I
Yeah.
might be wrong on that. I know a few Eagles players on the O line were hurt, but I might be misremembering. Regardless,
Mm.
I'm glad we both agree on Trent. I mean, I feel like he could get it. It just seems like one of those things where the first one is going to be like a ceremonious type thing for an older player that would have deserved it back in the day. But we'll see. Schmeeks, who's your pick?
I like Trent or Quentin as well. I'm
Let's
not
go.
gonna be too
My man.
I think I'm gonna throw something out here that's
If you
not
say
gonna
a
be
fucking
well
Seahawk.
received.
Yep,
Not.
big
I
It's always a
think
damn
Abe
surprise.
Lucas.
Seahawk.
I think I'm just saying you don't have to do it now, but on a
Uh,
year where Sam Darnold's balling out, if you look up the Seahawks pass protection stats, they're holding up pretty well, and I think Abe Lucas, fresh off a contract, is kind of playing his heart out.
well, and you
He's
guys
not
are
in the
looking
running
really good too.
at all, but I just want to say that name because Abe Lucas and Charles Cross are a huge part of this offense's success, and no one, all I hear is, well, it's Seahawks O-line, Seahawks O-line. This ain't the Seahawks O-line of old. We got some tackles.
All right.
With that in there, I'm going to throw Will Campbell into the bunch. No
Oh,
bias.
geez, shut up. Shut up.
Forrest Plump over here.
That 5-sack Myles Garrett performance really, really bolstered him.
Facts. You know ball. You know ball. All right, our
Golly.
next award up, though, is going to be Comeback Player of the Year, boys. There's some very good choices in here. I believe my prediction before the season started was Trevor Lawrence. Not looking too hot right now. He's okay, but there's some big time players this year. So I'll let Schmeek start with his, and then we'll go to Carter, and then to me for this one. Who are we thinking? Comeback Player of the Year.
I'm sticking with the guy I thought the star of the year for the exact reasons I thought, which was Dak Prescott. I saw
Yep,
a year
valid.
with CD and Pickens being really an aggressive throwing year for him where he could get a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. And I think that he's gonna get the win off that.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Can I just say one thing real quick? We can already lock in 2026 comeback player of the year. It's Joe Burrow for the third time, baby.
Joe Burrow.
They need to name the award after him at this rate. He's becoming the Peyton
Yeah,
Manning of the comeback player of the year award.
I think you're
Regardless,
ignoring the elephant eating crayons in the room.
Will Campbell.
Cam Scattaboo.
They'll literally wheel him up there, and he'll be speaking gibberish for God's sakes.
it'll be Malik Neighbors next year. We know it.
No, it's
Um,
Burrow.
I I actually am having a hard time thinking of someone else besides Dak. I think Dak was one of my answers before the season started, but I
Probably.
he looks like he is playing like an MVP quarterback. The last 2 weeks he's been a little down, but I mean he still is playing pretty great, especially with how terrible their defense has been. So much is on his shoulders. He's playing his heart out, and I think he's playing really really well. So I would also go with Dak.
I like it. I like it. It's tough for me to choose between Christian McCaffrey and Dak, but those would be my two as of right now. I want to give an extra shout out to Aiden Hutchinson, though, who's also balling after
Yeah,
destroying his leg towards the
Yes.
end of last year. I mean, last year he was on pace to win Defensive Player of the Year, and now he's doing great still. He looks really, really good. Doesn't even look like he had a setback last year. Um, but for my money, I gotta go with either Dak or Christian. As of right now, I'll go Dak because most awards will swing towards the QB. But I mean, they're
yeah,
both balling out. They both look really good. Christian is pretty much the whole offense right now for the Niners. So
he
I mean,
is.
he's on pace for a
Yeah.
thousand season again, receiving and rushing. So I mean,
Oh, he'll get it.
either one deserves it. Any three of those guys, I'd be happy to see get it. So I'll go Dak right now though.
And I have to say, with Christian at the start of the year, I was so critical, and I kept saying,
You
well, the
were.
Niners, they lost all these pieces. They were terrible last year. What makes you think they're going to be good this year? And and it's like God has given me an answer where he said, I'm going to take away every other player and
Yep.
leave Christian, and you will watch the 49ers go 5-3 with Kendrick Bourne, Mac Jones, dumping off to Christian McCaffrey while he scores touchdown after touchdown. I mean, the guy's
He's sucking the
unbelievable.
life
He's an
forces
engine.
out of all of his teammates so he can survive
Yes, he
longer.
is. So he can stay
But
healthy. Everyone
but
else
It's
is
I have I
horrifying.
have
hurt around him.
I have never been, and I just saw Mikael Williams. We were just talking about him this weekend. I said, man, I like, we can get to that later for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I said, man, he's stepping up with all these injuries. He's out for the year, torn ACL now. Everyone who's
Sickening.
stepping up is going down now. I mean, the Niners,
Everyone who's stepping
it's
up can
it's
no longer step.
it's insane. I have never seen such a team get so beat up, and they're still 5-3.
Yeah.
Oh man, crazy! Christian McCaffrey's a
Average
huge part of that.
Chargers
I
year.
love that for comeback player.
Um, After comeback though, we've got the coach of the year. Actually, Carter, you can start with yours. You haven't started yet, so go ahead, make your
Ooh.
case. Who's coach of the year for you?
I was thinking Kyle Shanahan, the coach for the 49ers, because of the reasons we just described. He's playing
Yeah.
with a backup quarterback and a ton of injuries, and they are super competitive in their division right
Yep.
now. It just shows you that he is a mastermind and he expects excellence, and they're reaching it. The other coach, I think Mike Vrabel, and that was one of our picks before the season started. It's his first year in
Yep.
New England, and they look like a serious defense, a team that wants to run the ball but doesn't really have to run the ball because Drake May is playing so damn well.
Yep.
Um,
Well, they
and
can't.
so
So
Also
I would
true.
say Mike
Our second round running
Vrabel.
back isn't capable of stepping on the field, so
In my mind, oh, and then Shane Steichen for the Colts.
yeah.
I mean, they are seven and
mm,
two. They have looked really good, especially offensively. Their
Yep.
offense looks incredible. If they can continue to run the ball like until this last week, if they can continue to run the ball like they have, that team's going to be really hard to beat, I think. So
I
I
agree.
would probably go Colts, Niners, or Patriots, especially because two of those three teams did not have high expectations coming into this year and
Yeah,
had a lot
big
of
time.
changes. I mean, like your guys. Patriots, you had Drake May, but I mean, it's only his second year. Colts got Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, and they went 7-2. Are you kidding me? Like, and they
Yeah.
had a couple of free agencies changes for their all O line and their defense. Like, I think that it's pretty amazing to see where the Colts and Patriots are at. Um, so I would say one of those three.
I couldn't agree more. I'm just going to pair what you said. Kyle Shanahan's my number one. The amount of injuries on that team, they've missed their two best players essentially, with Nick Bosa and Fred Warner now out for the season. Their QB's out. They have so many players out, and they're still winning games. I mean, I don't know how far they're going to make it. It's a great Cinderella story, though. So I'm excited to see how the season goes on. If this team somehow makes a playoff run, I mean, dude, I don't even know what I'm gonna freak out, honestly, in excitement. But Kyle Shanahan's my number one. Mike Vrabel's my number two. Both those teams are just humming along. So I absolutely love it. I love your Shane Steichen pick as well. So honestly, same rankings, 1, 2, 3. We got Niners, Patriots, Colts. Schmeigs, what are you thinking?
Yeah, so it's crazy because I love those picks. My preseason prediction was I said
Sean Payton.
the Broncos will win the division. They will take out the reigning Super Bowl contending Chiefs to win the West. And how can you not give Sean Payton the MVP or the Coach of the Year? And I still think they'll do it. But it's crazy that that's not even going to be the most impressive thing a coach has done this year.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I also, as a sleeper picked Mike McDonald because I was high on the Seahawks going into this year as a biased Seahawks
No,
fan.
no, you? No, no way. I wouldn't have seen
I
that
thought you
coming.
were doubting it
Wait,
for a
No
sec.
Are you
Um,
actually a Seahawks fan?
So I thought the Seahawks could go and make some noise. And with all that being said,
I have.
I think after a dominant performance by the Seahawks against the Commanders and a 6-2 season, I'm still looking back at these effing Niners who I cannot shake
Thank
off our trail,
God, dude.
who are 3-0 in the
I was
division.
gonna freak out.
It's like that South Park meme where Randy keeps getting up saying, "I don't hear no bell." I'm so sick and tired of these guys
Hey, Bad
getting
Dad.
injuries. I said after Warner went down, I said I don't think that they're going to have. I think that was their emotional leader. He gives so much. He's omnipresent on the field. I don't think they're going to be defensive, and they just turn right around and they beat the Rams. I don't know what to do. They just are there, and they're scaring me. Even with all the Seahawks success, I'm scared of them. I think Shanahan should win this. I think Steichen probably will. And I think he has the better story, especially again with this season where they lost Jim Irsay. And the Colts are the number one seed, shocking the world. So I like Steichen and Shanahan a lot.
I like it. Our next one is going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. And I'll start with this one. Abdul Carter. I mean, that Giants defense has completely changed with him on it. Brian Burns is also cooking so hard on that team, but
My goodness.
But yeah, he has
Yes.
11 sacks right now. He's the sack leader in the NFL. But Abdul Carter, he looks really good. It's not exactly like a class that's like popping off right now, but Abdul Carter and the Giants defense have looked really good. So Abdul Carter, my number one pick. I'm not even going to give honorable mentions on it, honestly, but I'll go with Abdul for my number one.
Yeah, I would go with the same. I actually was trying to think of defensive rookies to name, and the next one up is Jahad Campbell for the Eagles.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how good of a season he's having, but I know that the Eagles defense has been pretty dang good. So I agree with you. I'd go Abdul Carter, but maybe Jahad Campbell, I guess, is in the running as well.
Yep.
Yeah, underwhelming year. I really wanted to give a sleeper pick for Mikael Williams, just because with the Bosa injury, again, not to keep talking about the 49ers, thought he stepped up, tore his ACL today. He's not going to be contention. So I think you have to go off name value. I will say on this one, I was shocked to see that Eamon Wari for the Hawks was number 3 on the list.
Yep.
I think he's balling. I don't know if he's going to blow up the stats enough, but that'd be my fun pick, obviously. But yeah, I think it's probably going to go to Abdul Carter. Sorry.
Unashamed Seahawks fan here.
Yep.
Well,
After that,
when you guys get your rookies in contention, you can pick them too.
I had Christian Gonzalez for exactly 3 weeks in 2023, and he broke his collarbone, and you best believe I was annoying about it. But we got Offensive Rookie of the Year up next. Who wants to go first?
Let me go. It would have been Cam Scatterbo.
No,
But
that's
then his
completely
ankle went
false.
the wrong direction. I have to say, as I talked about before the season, everyone had high hopes for Genty. Genty is an amazing talent, but that offensive line
Terrible.
sucks. Their
Horrendous. It's
defense is
so
not keeping
penis.
them in games. It's so I want it to be Genty, but I don't think it's going to be. I think even though he got a late start, right now I would pick Jackson Dart.
I agree.
He's playing smart. He's scoring touchdowns with his feet through the air. He's bringing a spark to New York. So I would go Jackson Dart, and I'm
Yep.
excited about it.
I'm right there with
And
you.
yeah,
My other choice would be Emeka Ibuka, but he's been hurt for a couple of games now. He was having a
Yeah.
phenomenal
going
start to the season.
crazy.
Phenomenal.
He
It
was.
was his to lose, and unfortunately, he
Yeah.
now lost it because he can't play. So yeah, I'll go Jackson Dart. It's kind of a not an exciting year for rookie players, honestly, in my opinion. Overall,
Yeah.
I every time Genty has the ball in his hands, he makes something happen. Every time Travis Hunter has the ball in his hands, he makes something happen. But there's just not enough opportunities. One for O line and the other for snaps. So I think it's kind of just a down year. So I think it's going to be just two Giants rookies, honestly, which I didn't even think about until right now. Which will be the third time in the past couple of years because we had the Texans doing that a couple of years ago with Will Anderson and C.J. Stroud, and the year before that we had Garrett Wilson and Colts legend Sauce Gardner. So
Yes.
yeah, very odd. Very odd.
Was it Garrett Wilson or was it Brees Hall?
It was Garrett Wilson.
It was Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
What was crazy is that year, the other two rookies that were in contention were Tariq Woolen and Ken Walker. And I was so bitter that they lost. The Seahawks had two rookies that could have made it, and neither of them got it. So while we're talking about rookies, I know this guy technically isn't a rookie, but Jackson Smith.
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I
I'm
wanted
gonna
to say
kill
that. I
you.
couldn't get that out.
I'm
with a
gonna
straight face.
kill you.
I was going to freak out.
Golly. Okay, we have.
Yeah.
He's having
Yeah.
a great year. He deserves the award.
I literally
No,
looked
actually,
it up
I don't know.
because I don't know with Schmeigs talking about his team 24/7. Tariq Woolen was third that year behind Aiden Hutchinson, and Kenneth Walker was right up there. So, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Oh yeah. I apologize if I lie so much that you had to validate that. I think Jackson.
I don't
Dart-
think you lie.
I'm-
You're just a Seahawks fan,
True.
Oh, that's
You
fair.
also
just
do
as
lie.
bad.
Jackson Dart, it's his to lose. I mean, it just really it is.
Yeah.
He's put so much energy into that team. I can't not, especially with the injuries and kind of the lackluster field. I will say, to make this a little spicy, maybe not a little spicy, but provide a little entertainment value, I
Drake
will
May.
eat crow. I told you guys at the start of the year that I didn't see Tetero McKillen. I can't even say the name.
Teteroa
Somebody say-
Federal
McMillan.
McMillan.
Teteroa
McMillan, thank you.
T-Mac. Call him
I didn't
T-Mac.
see him.
Lions hate
I didn't
you.
see him or Tyler Warren. I said, book it. They're going to have terrible years. And man, those guys look good.
True.
Man, those guys look
They
good.
do.
So I don't know if they'll
Still look
win,
good.
but they have proved this guy wrong. So good for them.
True.
Next award, we don't have to talk about it all. Defensive Player of the Year. Congratulations, Miles fucking Garrett, for being the scariest human being on a field this year. 5 sacks in a
100%.
game is unbelievable.
He's
Next
just
topic.
the best. He's just the best. I mean, we can talk about Myles Garrett for a minute here, but it's his award. The weird thing I will say is Micah Parsons is still favorite to win it. So
No,
No, he
he's
is.
not.
he is.
I get that.
That's ridiculous.
Miles Garrett's at plus
Micah
300.
Parsons has
Micah
been
Parsons
amazing.
at plus 190. Here's the thing I was talking about with Schmeigs this weekend. Even though Micah Parsons doesn't have the sack numbers of Myles Garrett or Brian Burns right now, what he does is he affects the entire D-line and entire defense of that Packers team. Rashawn Gary right now has more sacks than Micah Parsons, and I promise you it's because teams are focusing on Micah Parsons a ton. I promise you that
True.
much. He's I think Myles Garrett's the best defensive player in the world, but I think right behind him is Micah Parsons. I think those are the top two right now. Bless you twice, Schmeigs, by the way. The audio didn't pick
I'm
it up,
sorry.
but I did.
No,
I
you're fine.
watched. I'm a good friend. Bless you.
He got you. Yep.
But yeah, Myles Garrett, dude. I mean, that might be the best football player on the planet. I'm not even kidding you. I don't think I'll
Yeah.
have much contention with you guys on that one. Schmeigs, I'm assuming your pick is Myles Garrett as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Puna
like
Ford.
Myles
I
Garrett
was
quite a bit.
expecting Puna Ford there or
I was
Leonard
expecting a
Williams.
Seahawk.
Yeah.
I I
No,
I
no,
I
no,
think the strength
no,
of the
We don't
Seahawks
we
no,
don't
is
need to
like
hear it.
no,
let
no,
Yeah.
me.
no,
I'm gonna
no.
go
You're
player
cut
by
off.
player just to get. No, I'm
You're
just kidding.
cut
I
off.
was expecting a JSN
No,
argument. Unironically, JSN is so good at
if
offense, it keeps our defense off the field, and he should be Defensive Player of the Year.
close. I want to talk about Sam Darnold.
Yep.
No, if anything, if I'm gonna make a wild argument for anyone, um, and it's hard to right now after this last Titans game, it would be Derwin
Okay.
James.
That's my
Just
Yep.
goat,
because I
baby.
think I think Derwin James has been an absolute freak in the games I've watched.
He's the best
I
safety in the
don't
NFL.
know. He is when you talk about affecting a game in a way you don't in a way that's not measured by stats. Just the fact that he's in there and as an offensive coordinator, you don't know where he's lining up. You don't know if he's blitzing or dropping their coverage, and no matter where he goes, he's a threat. And you
Yep.
need to account for him. I'm a huge Derwin James fan. That's my fun pick, but it's got to go to Myles Garrett.
Yep. I agree. Next up, though, I already know Schmeigs' pick for this one. We got Offensive Player of the Year. Now, we'll just start with Schmeigs right here because we can all
Yep.
guess who his top two are going to be.
Yep.
Put in your work.
Dude,
Make your case. We already know. Just say it. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's all right.
I think it's Jason.
Yep.
I want it to
There
be
it is.
Jason so bad, and it's not even that. Well, first off, Jason's just having a phenomenal season. I mean, beyond the fact that he's leading in receiving yards by over 100 yards, and the next closest guy hasn't had his bye week yet. So Jason's leading by 100 yards over a guy who's played an extra game than him. A lot of that's due to injuries. But then I look at the running back position, and I think it could be CMC. But other than that, it's just, I mean, they're both trending for about the same amount of yards. CMC has more touchdowns, but I just want it to be Jason. I think you could make a solid argument for CNC. I don't see anyone putting Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan Robinson over him after these last 2 weeks.
All right. Well,
Ooh,
me and
let
Carter
me-
are both
let me-
making faces,
let
and
me-
I think it's because
yeah.
we have the same player in mind. But go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead.
it's Jonathan Taylor. It's the guy
Thank you.
leading the league in
Thank you.
touchdowns.
Oh,
It is the
Jesus.
man
Thank you.
who had
Thank
4
you.
games with 3 touchdowns in those games. You said running backs, and I was like, ooh, CMC is a great pick. But oh my gosh, Jonathan Taylor's been
That's fair.
insane.
He's the
I actually-
overwhelming favorite right now. He's at minus
he-
135.
He deserves it. I'm gonna stick with this. I still want it to be Puka. I said Puka before the season. I still
you
think
did.
it should be.
That was a
Puka.
good call.
He got
That
hurt.
was a good call.
But I wanted Puka. JSN, man, oh man, I didn't think we'd be saying his name as much as we have, and he is
Yeah.
playing like a top 3 receiver in the NFL right now. We have to give
I
him his
agree.
flowers. He looks ridiculous. If Jonathan Taylor,
Schmeeks
wasn't
is
having
laughing
this-
at you
was
saying
having-
top 3, by the way. I just want to point that out.
I think
I'm
he is.
laughing. I'm laughing because I can't believe one bad game and I forgot about Jonathan Taylor. That's
Oh.
absolutely the
I
right
thought you were
pick.
like laughing, and
That's
you were
why
like,
I'm
he's
I'm
number
laughing at
one.
myself.
He's the number one
Um,
receiver.
However,
I don't know.
the
I don't know.
Christian McCaffrey is playing crazy. He
Yep.
just passed Marshall Falk for the most games in a career
Yep.
with a receiving and rushing touchdown in a game. And a huge reason they are still competitive and winning these
Yeah.
games is him consistently running and catching the ball and being a safety blanket for Mac Jones that can turn a 2-yard catch into a 15-yard play because he's so freaking athletic.
Schmeeks, who
um,
was your offensive rookie or offensive player of the year prediction before the season started? Because I know mine, and we know Carter's.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yours is
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay, so
Ooh.
mine was Jamar Chase. So all of ours are still having pretty damn good
Yeah,
seasons.
not-
So
Yeah, they are. They
my
are.
my
Yeah.
my number one is Jonathan
Yeah, Dom.
Taylor. I mean, it's his
That's
to
fair.
lose at this point. He's been unfreaking believable this year. I mean, JSN's also been awesome. It would be cool to see a Seahawk win it. That's all the glaze I'll give them because honestly, there's enough to spread around with Schmeigs doing it himself. So, but another one
why
that I really
people
want to
watch.
see. I really, really want to see. All I want to see is Jamar Chase get a Triple Crown again. I want to see him back to back. That is all I want so badly. I say it to you guys all the time. It would be the coolest thing ever to see someone back to back Triple Crown. I mean, it's never happened before. There's a reason only 7 guys maybe have gotten it ever. So that's what I want to see. But obviously, Jonathan Taylor, as of right now, Offensive Player of the Year. But we got the big award. We got the big boy award. Most valuable player, the most exciting one every single year.
Let's go ahead and start, Dom.
Now, there's 2 players I have in mind. Okay, for MVP, they are the 2 favorites as of right now. Number 1. Now, I'm not saying number 1 ranking, just number 1 as of who I'm speaking about. Drake May. He's been incredible this year. I'm not even being biased by saying this. It's kind of like Schmeigs talking about JSN. You know, he's top 2 in the odds. Like, Drake May has completely changed his team around. We literally, in a single offseason, have gone from a team who used to lose, nearly every single game. We won 3 games back-to-back seasons, and we had, top 4 picks back-to-back seasons. Just unbelievable how much he's turned this team around, and he's playing just incredible football, throwing to not that great of weapons. I mean, Stephon Diggs looks really good. Outside of that, it's a bunch of dudes who everybody counted out. Like, this team looks so good, and it's because of Drake May on offense, at least offensively. He's setting records that Tom Brady never even had. It's pretty crazy to see just how good he is. But my number 1, he's going to be my favorite player in the NFL, Josh Allen. I mean, I think he goes back-to-back. I truly think he goes back-to-back MVPs. I think he's the first player to do it since Aaron Rodgers back in 2020 and 2021. He's just been incredible, and he just beat Mahomes on Sunday. Like, those were the top 2 guys right there before this week ended, and Josh Allen, he cooked him. I'm not going to lie. If he keeps playing like he is right now, he is a very obvious MVP for back-to-back years. One player I will put in there, though, Lamar Jackson, if he didn't get hurt, could very well be in this conversation as well. Because he has 14 touchdowns on the season, and he missed like a month worth of games, dude. It's unbelievable just how good he is. He's on pace for he's on pace for like 30 touchdowns right now, and he's missing like pretty much a fourth of the season. It's just unbelievable how good he is. It would be interesting to see if he keeps playing like this, if he does end up winning MVP. But as of right now, Josh Allen is my number 1. I don't see anybody else winning it. We'll see how it goes. I like how good Herbert's been playing all year long. He would be my 3rd pick, but Josh Allen, number 1, stamping it. That's my king. I think he's winning back-to-back. Thoughts?
All right. I agree.
There we go.
That's
what I like to hear.
I think, you know what? I truly think the field is wide open still.
Okay.
And I mean that
because
when we talked just 3 weeks ago. It was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Josh Allen was minus 100. You had to bet 50 to win 50. And we said, well, would you take Josh Allen or the field? We had that talk. And Josh Allen then dropped down to, I think, plus 550 and now back up to plus 150. I just don't think any quarterback has distinguished himself enough. I mean, Baker got crushed by the Lions. Josh Allen had that rough game against the Falcons. Patrick Mahomes just got crushed by the Bills. You know, it's kind of glazed. The only 2 quarterbacks I've seen who I haven't looked at them and said, man, this guy got completely stifled has been Drake May, and Matthew Stafford. And to a lesser extent, I'm glazing again, but he's in the odds with these guys. To a lesser extent, Sam Darnold. But those guys aren't so I kind of want to say Drake May and Matthew Stafford over Josh Allen just for that. But I think it's anyone's game. And we know Josh Allen can take over. So I know that but if we're going to go off a small sample size, I want to shout out a quarterback who I think should be in the MVP conversation for just the starts he's been allowed to have.
Tyler Shough.
Last 3 weeks, over 1,000 yards, over 10 touchdowns,
Yeah,
multiple
here we
games
go.
of plus 35 yards.
Joey.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, valid.
Anyways,
Valid.
I'm just gonna.
Yes,
I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
I
I
love
like it.
that.
The one thing I will say is I to your point about, Josh Allen, jumping up and down. The one thing I will say is it's even when it wasn't him, it's been him or somebody else. Like Josh Allen's name has been there
Right.
every single
Yes.
time. And when someone is that consistent, I think that, it's not just an anomaly at that point. I think at this point it would make him the MVP because everybody else has been, the other person. Well, Josh Allen has been, one of the two. So, and he's on pace for his 6th 40-plus touchdown season in a row, which unbelievable. Carter,
Bananas.
make your case.
I agree with all of your picks. I just a couple things that just came to mind. Daniel Jones was looking insane until he got crushed by the Steelers. You never know.
Pooped
He could
on.
have one bad game. He could go
Pooped
off for
and
another 6
farted on.
weeks.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
You never
that's a
know.
great
And
pick.
then I hate this. I thought he would be terrible this year, but Aaron Rodgers has looked pretty good. Not MVP level, but Aaron Rodgers looks pretty dang good. I have to give him his flowers. The only other name that we haven't talked about that I came up with that I would love, love, love to see is who we just talked about, Jonathan Taylor. I want a non-quarterback to
Yeah.
win this award. Will it ever happen again? Probably not. But if there is a guy
We've
who
talked
could
about it
do
before.
it might be Jonathan. If he could have 28, 29, 30 touchdowns and lead the league in rushing, have 18, 1900 yards, maybe there's a chance if they win as the number one seed in the AFC. I think that right now I would probably go Josh Allen or Drake May. I think Mahomes still, even though he had one bad game, I think Mahomes still has a really good shot.
He's had a
Um,
few bad games, if we're
but
being honest here. Those first
I
couple games of
still
the season were
Yes.
horrendous.
Yes.
no, they were not. They
Yes,
were not
they
that.
were. Yes,
No,
they
they were
were.
not. But
They were not
I
MVP worthy at all. Let's be
Yeah.
for real.
maybe.
They were
I'd
0
agree
2,
with that.
dude.
I think that I guess my point is everyone is going to have it's a 17 game season. Everyone's
agree
going to
with
have
that.
2 or 3 down weeks,
But what
So
I
we'll
will
see.
say,
It's open.
what I will say on that is it's halfway through the season and pretty much half of Mahomes' games have not been very good. So I don't think he should be anywhere near the MVP discussions, especially after this last game where he played really bad and also got pooped on by his own O-line. So I don't know. I don't think he should be up there. One thing I will say to your Jonathan Taylor point, if he somehow breaks LaDainian Tomlinson's record and he doesn't win the fucking MVP, I will actually be furious. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
same.
If he somehow hits 32 touchdowns and he doesn't get MVP, literally no running back or wide receiver will ever win MVP again at that rate. I just don't see it happening because we've had some really good running back and wide receiver seasons over the years, and they haven't gotten it.
Or what about Jamar
Speaking-
Chase? Do you think a receiver could do it if Jamar Chase had 2,000 receiving yards and won the Triple Crown?
If Jamar Chase had 2,000 receiving yards and also broke Randy Moss's single season touchdown record, I could probably see it happening. But
it would need to happen.
But at the same time, it's like, if Joe Burrow's throwing him to him that scenario, or Joe Flacco is, whoever his QB is, do they win
We'll
it?
win it. Yeah.
Because I think the only
it's
way
hard.
that happens is if it's two different QBs. Like, Joe Burrow
Yeah,
plays half the
like this
season,
year.
gets hurt. Joe Flacco plays the rest of the season, and Jamar Chase has game winners and just takes over. It's just so hard. It's so hard for a wide receiver or running back to do it anymore. It sucks because obviously QB is the most important position, most valuable, but
Sling the rock, man.
when other players are elevating a team, I think you got to at least give them consideration. But yeah, I would love to see Jonathan
Good picks.
Taylor win it as well. But I think it's Josh Allen back to back. That's my final pick. We'll see how it goes though. But moving it off of that, we do have some other things to discuss, boys.
Let's do it.
And that would be our top 10 QBs, our top 10 running backs, our top 10 wide receivers in the NFL right now, which we do have tier lists of. So let's
Good.
get that going.
Let's do it.
Let me share you my
Are you gonna-
screen, boy.
Are there going to be like 20 or 30 names that we can just like.
It's all the names, but we're just doing the top 10. We're just doing the top 10 because straight up doing 32 freaking wide receivers, running backs, and QBs. This is no longer a pod. This is a mini series. All right.
That's what I was about to say. We're already over an hour, so this is about to be a 3-hour pod.
Yeah, this is about to be our longest pod, but honestly, worth it. Talking to my boys. Let's start with QBs, though. All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
We
Hell
all
yeah.
good? All right, gentlemen.
gosh.
We are going to be ranking our top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL thus far in the season of 2025. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is just a random list I got off of Tier Maker. We're just going to go off of what it is so far, and we're just going to rank the top 10 guys, okay? So we can just go along as the list goes. We can skip over guys we don't want to even talk about, but we're going to be starting with Lamar Jackson. So where do we think Lamar Jackson's at, gentlemen?
Put him right in the
He's
middle.
top 5 still.
Yep, I couldn't agree
Top
more.
5 at least.
So we're going to put him in elite for right now, which, I mean, putting him below elite would be sacrilegious in my opinion. After that,
Get Josh Allen.
Cooper Rush, maybe, whoever that is. We
No.
got Josh Allen. We're putting him in
Get
elite,
outta here.
obviously. There's no other way we need to talk about it. Now, the interesting thing is, obviously, Joe Burrow would be up there, but do we not want to put him in here because he isn't playing this season?
I would say we leave him out.
Okay,
I'd
we
say
got...
leave him out, and I also want to question the fact that Joe Flacco is balling out. Like if Joe Burrow had the type of games Joe Flacco's had the last 3 games, what do you think the national narrative would be?
Well, the thing is,
True.
the thing is, right, there's tons of QBs over the years who have had, like, Linsanity type runs. I mean...
That's fair.
Nick Foles came in and won a Super Bowl for the Eagles, but at that time, I mean, Carson Wentz was the MVP of the NFL season before getting hurt. Like, some players just can come in and ball out, and we'll see if he keeps doing it the rest of the season. But I don't think it's an indictment on how good Joe Burrow is. I think Joe Flacco is just playing really good, honestly.
Yeah.
But Deshaun Watson, we'll probably put him in top tier, I would say.
Get him out of here. Top tier at getting massages, dude.
That's
Dude,
true.
Ruining
Now-
massages.
I don't think we put Bo Nix in the top 10, do we? I
Nope.
I don't
think
like
that's a
him
realistic
there
thing.
either.
I don't either.
No.
CJ Stroud, we wouldn't put in there, but we come on over to Daniel Jones. Do we think he's top 10 this year?
He's top 10 this year.
I think he is.
Easy.
Yeah.
We'll put him in great starter, and then we'll decide
Yeah.
once we have 10 names in here. We'll decide. We got Patrick
Get
Mahomes,
Mahomes.
blatantly obvious.
And then
He's
Herbert.
up there.
We'll put him up there. We've got Justin Herbert. I mean, we're already at 5 names right there. So there's going to be some cuts made on this list. Geno Smith,
Yeah,
maybe
Drake
2 years
May,
ago. We've got Draconius May, my goat. Where's the tier above elite, dude? We've got Jesus. There's a lot of
No
bad
one else.
QBs in the
A
NFL.
whole bunch
huh?
of crap.
There's a lot of bad
Dak.
QBs in the NFL.
gotta- I really
Dak,
gotta
Don't
put-
skip
finally.
Dak. There we go.
Somebody's in here. Let's go. After that, we've got Jordan Love,
Ooh.
probably.
No.
Yeah, and I'm nervous
I
because
say
we might
keep
have
him
to
out.
skip Goff.
We might have to cut Jordan Love, but we'll put him up there for now because he is one of the best QBs in the NFL. Okay, Carter.
Let's throw Goff up there and then cut him if we don't like him. But Goff is going to be near that 10
Matthew
spot, I think.
Stafford up
You
here
gotta
as
put
well.
Stafford in. I don't know. if
Staph
we keep Goff
infection. Where's Goff at? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Right
So
there.
Goff, we put up there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10 guys right there, dude. And we're gonna be
I know.
making some
I
cuts
don't-
for sure.
I don't think
That's
we
the
put
tough thing.
Goff in.
Jimmy GQ is up there. We got Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
We got to
No.
put Jalen
Tommy
Hurts.
DeVito.
Yep. My Italian spaghetti eating king. Sam
Put
Darnold's been
Sam
top
in
10,
there.
obviously. Drew
Yep.
Lock's been top 3, obviously. Jaden Daniels, are we going to rank him? Probably
No.
not because he's hurt.
No.
Okay.
He was
Fair.
too hurt.
I don't think he was top 10 before
I-
he got hurt, if I'm being
I
honest.
agree. I agree.
agree.
Who the hell
Baker.
on earth is that, dude? Who is that?
I think that's
Who is that?
I think that's Christian
know.
Ozima.
I
Out of
that
the- out
sounds
of
like a
Mizzou?
medicine commercial. We're putting Baker up there.
That does sound like a drug. Put Baker in. Okay, kick
Christo
out
Zima.
Goff and kick out Love. Love has played okay. They lost to the Panthers and the Browns. Take Jordan Love out. Goff has been mid. Take Goff out.
We need
telling
to
you
take
right
out
now.
3 people.
4, 5, 6, 7.
God,
8,
I'd take
9,
out
10.
after this.
I think we take
Take out
Daniel
Hurts.
Jones out. I'm going to be honest with you.
Nope.
I
Take
was
out
gonna
Jalen
say
Hurts.
Hurts. I think Jones has to stay for this year. It's either Hurts or
Okay,
Herbert
that's
for
fair.
me.
Okay, so now we've got our 10 guys. We've got Lamar, Josh, Drake and Josh. Let's go. Shout out Nickelodeon. Shout out iCarly. Shout out Crazy Steve. We've got Daniel Jones. We've got Patrick Mahomes. We've got Justin Herbert. We've got Dak. We got Staff. We got Darn. And we got Bake. Now, where do we rank these guys in our top 10? These are all the fringe top 10 guys down here, by the way. I would put
I
Jordan Love
think
in there, but
I think you leave those top three, and then you put Dak in the second level. You put Stafford in the second level and Herbert in the second level.
I put Herbert elite, dude. He's been awesome this year.
Do it. Do it.
Okay,
Put him in.
thank you.
I'm all
Has he
right with
been?
it.
He's
I
been
mean, I know
awesome.
he's had the O line hurt, but has he? I just don't
Put
know
Dak
if
in
he's
top
had
tier.
quite the year as Prescott, Stafford, Baker, Darnold, or Joe. I think they all
I
have
think
more
he's
yards and
been. I
touchdowns than
think.
him.
I think all of these guys have been better than all of these guys. I'll tell you that right now. Stafford is the only one I consider putting up here, but
Mm,
I just I don't know the stats off the top of my head, so I might be wrong.
Herbo
I
is
don't
like
think
number
Herbert
2 in
has
passing
the
yards, and
yard.
he has 18 touchdowns, if I remember correctly.
Then I'm dead wrong, and he belongs there. So I'll
But
shut up.
one thing we need to say is it's not all about stats and everything. I mean, that's just the facts of it.
That's fair.
mm,
And
like
I get that. I just
in,
think putting someone above six people who, if I'm right, who had better stats than him, feels a little glazy to me. But I
Justin
get it.
Herbert, as
yeah.
of right now, is second in touchdowns, second in yards. So
Yeah, and
Then
guess
I'm gonna
who's
shut up.
first in
I'm gonna
yards?
shut up.
Daniel Jones.
yeah, Daniel Jones has a
I
lot of
didn't,
yards, but at the
I
same
didn't know.
time, I'm not
Well, he's
bumping
got
him out of anywhere. But
14
if you're going
touchdowns.
to
That's
tell
not
me
bad.
that Daniel Jones is a better QB than any of these guys just because he has more yards, then I don't know
No,
what to
no,
tell
no,
you.
no, 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 no. I
Thank
think
you.
you put Dak in top tier. I think you put
I
Daniel Jones in top tier. You put Stafford in top tier. I think those,
I
and
agree
then
with that.
put everyone
I
else in
like
grade
that.
starter.
I think I like that. Actually, I would probably put
Me too.
Mahomes above these two, to be honest with you, just because of who he is. But
Hmm.
in terms of this season, I would agree with this. But
That's a beautiful list.
let's rank the tiers though. Okay, let's go ahead and rank the tiers. Josh Allen, I think we can all agree, best QB in the NFL, right? Is there any
Yes.
objection to that? Lamar Jackson,
No.
would you say is the number 2 QB in the NFL? Overall,
I'd
probably
say
this
so.
year though.
Yes.
So we're gonna keep him at 2.
I think we keep him at two.
Drake May, would we keep him above Herbert or we put Herbert above Drake?
I think you put Drake May higher than Herbert.
I
I
can
think you leave
agree.
it.
I can agree for this year. Totality of their careers, give me Herbert, but this year Drake's just
Yes.
been crazy. So we got our elite set. Those are the top 4. Next up, we got 5, 6, 7, 6, 7.
Shut up.
Now, I personally would put Daniel Jones right there, and I would put Matt Stafford at 5.
Yeah, I think so. Stafford's got 21 touchdowns. He's leading the league with
He's been
21
balling.
touchdowns.
He's been
He
nuking
has.
those touchdowns, brother. So,
He has.
Schmeeks,
Yeah,
what do you think about
he's
this
looked
so far?
amazing.
You know what, dude? I'm realizing how I completely underestimate. I thought May and Herbert were pretty were too high, but I'm realizing that they're right where they need to be. Looking at this, they've had incredible years. 74% completion percentage is nuts. I'm down with it so far. I think I might swap out Jones with Herbert or Jones with Mahomes just off legacy, but I like this list.
That's valid. That's valid. I think it's chill considering we're doing just this year because we do have Lamar kind of high,
That's
but
fair.
in every game he's played, he's been freaking ridiculous, minus
Yes,
the Chiefs
agreed.
game. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Agreed.
he's literally like 6 touchdowns off of first place or something, and he's missed a month. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I like our second tier. Now, do we want 8, 9, and 10 to look like this? Or do we want to flip this around?
I think that's terrific, honestly, even as a
I like
Seahawks
it.
fan. I mean, I like Darnold's efficiency, but he's not quite the engine that Baker and Mahomes is at this moment.
I think
I
this
agree
has some good
completely.
aura. I like it. I would
I love
probably
it.
I honestly, personally, would probably put Baker above Daniel Jones, but I don't know how you guys would feel about that. So
Not this year, not right now. Maybe the
I,
first couple weeks, but even, I mean, Daniel Jones was throwing and rushing touchdowns, man. He looked crazy.
I'm
I mean,
thinking
up
chilling.
until this last week, he's looked really, really good.
People are
He
gonna.
looks like Josh Allen. Daniel
That's
Jones has looked like Josh freaking Allen. That's not an exaggeration. He
That's a
has.
terrible take. That's a terrible take, but we'll move on from it. Because another terrible take is that people are going to be very mad about Mahomes being eighth. I'll say that much. And the Eagles fans, oh God, the Eagles fans. Anybody clicking onto the video right now, we are not calling these two backups. I just want to say that right now. Philadelphia fans, relax. They are
They
just
might as
our
well be.
11th,
They
12th,
might
and
as well. I'm just
13th, and they may as well get cut tomorrow, dude. That's all I got to say.
Wow.
That's our top 10 QB list, though. We got Josh Allen 1, Lamar 2, Drake May 3, Justin Herbert 4, Matt Stafford 5. We got Rain Dakota Prescott at 6, Daniel Jones 7. We have got Mahomes at 8. 9 is Bake, and 10 is Darney. I like it. I personally like it. Now,
I like it a
gentlemen,
lot. Give me the ball runners. Give me
boys,
the runners of the balls.
we're going to be ranking our top 10 running backs in the NFL this year. Now, for some reason, all of the things are based off of, it looks like fantasy football, but that's not what we're doing. We're ranking the best running backs in all of football this year. We can all agree who number 1 is, but until we get to that point, it doesn't matter. Top 10 running backs in the NFL. Carter Schmiegs, are you ready, boys?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, now we're just going to go through. We're going to put the top 10 guys up here, and then we're going to arrange them afterwards. So tell me when to stop. We have Bijan Robinson, very obviously one of the best running backs in the NFL. You can't?
Yeah, I'm still looking at Josh Allen.
Okay.
You've just zoomed in
so
on
here's
his
the
nose.
list.
There
Here's
it
the
is.
list.
Nice
My
work.
fault.
Nice
My fault. Here's the list. So top 10 running backs in the NFL. We're gonna be doing our list. So yeah, we got Bijan Robinson up there. Do we put Breece Hall in the top 10? Possibly.
I think you do. We can cut him, but I think
we
you
can
do.
cut him. We can cut him if we need to.
And you skipped over a name that I think we also might need to include is Devon Achane.
Devon Achane. That's a good point. I'll give
I
you
didn't
that.
even recognize him.
I didn't either. Derrick Henry very obviously goes up there. Jameer Gibbs obviously goes up there. Isaiah Pacheco.
James
Chiefs,
Cook. Do not
James
skip
Cook.
past James
Blatantly
Cook.
obvious. James Cook. Ashton Genty, I love him so much. But not right now.
Javonte Williams is in a Broncos jersey, but I think he could go up there too.
He could. We'll
that
put
guy
him down here just in case.
We can cut him.
Jacobs as well. I think you put Josh Jacobs.
I
He
would
hasn't
put Josh
been
Jacobs
insane,
up there.
but he's been okay.
Christian McCaffrey obviously goes up here.
Stevenson.
We're running out of space,
Absolutely.
to be honest with you. Would we put Bucky Irving in the top 10? I would say so. I think he's an awesome football player.
He's been so injured.
So we just won't
think
count
yes.
We just won't count injuries then.
Yeah, but
okay, that's fine. Saquon very obviously goes up there. And just like that, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 names up here. And I'll tell you right now, Javonte would probably be the one I put at 11. I'll tell you guys
that's
that.
fair. He's I think him or Breece. Him or Breece, because Javonte's been running wild and he's been just a touchdown machine for the Cowboys, but I get it. I want to say something while we're here too. We were looking at the PFF grades when Dom and I watched the Seahawks, and he said, "Wow, you have 3 top 5 PFF players." I don't understand. This is a good list, and he doesn't belong there. I don't understand how Ken Walker is top 5 in PFF. He does not belong on this top 10 list.
PFF is weird.
Mean, he has he's average. I mean, we don't have great run blocking at all, and he makes a lot out of nothing, but he's averaging like 60 yards per game. Get that guy. Blow it all up.
I'm hearing everyone in Boise screaming at me in the back of my head like, what the hell are you doing leaving Ashton Genty off the list? Put Ashton Genty on the list.
Listen, man, I'm an Ashton Genty glazer. I got the dude's Boise jersey, but we just can't put him up here.
I love him.
Pure skill. He's easily up here. Easily. But, his own line is holding him back.
Put in the top, I would say Bijan Robinson.
Jonathan Taylor. I mean,
CMC has
there's
to be at the
legitimately
top.
like 5
CMC.
guys I'd put in the top, to be honest with you. Saquon,
Saquon put at the start of the tier below.
I could agree with that. I don't think any of the things going on with that offense this year are his fault. I don't think for a second. I think the O-line being bad, and for the first like month and a half of the season, the Eagles refused to pass the ball, and teams were just stacking the box to stop Saquon Barkley. It was pretty much how the Super Bowl went, except for the Eagles weren't throwing the ball at all, pretty much. But I would put him in beast category. I'd still probably put Derrick Henry above Devon Achane, honestly.
That's fair.
But we got to have James Cook in here, and I'd put him above those two, honestly. I might honestly even put James Cook right here based on this season. I wouldn't take him above Saquon because we all know how good Saquon is.
I would be okay this season. I'd be okay with James Cook over Saquon.
I just can't do it. Because I think he's gonna have a great second half of the year. Which makes you be the decider here. Do we put James Cook above Saquon?
I think James Cook, is he leading in yards?
He's second.
Right? He's like top 2. He's like top 3 in yards and touchdowns.
I already know
I gotta put him above Saquon. Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry, Dom.
We gotta arrange this one now. Who do we want up here? Do we want Josh Jacobs on this tier? I personally would take these two above Josh Jacobs, and I'm kind of fine with this tier down below, honestly.
Yeah.
But
this
means
is still 11 players, so we got dump Javonte or Jacobs.
Oh,
okay.
I'm okay with that.
We need to arrange our top tier. Very obviously, Jonathan Taylor goes number 1. Past that,
and I think
I would probably take Jameer second.
CMC.
No, dude. That game that Bijan had was fucking ridiculous. And CMC has been that whole offense. I like
That's
Gibbs
valid.
a lot, but this season, it's CMC, Bijan, and Jonathan Taylor. Easily.
Okay, fine.
This season.
We'll go with Jonathan Taylor 1, Bijan 2,
you.
CMC 3, Jameer Gibbs 4. Those are our elite running backs this year. I want to put Saquon in that elite category because we all know how good he is, but because his yards aren't great right now, hopefully he ends the season really great. I won't put him up there, but we're leaving him beast because he is an absolutely awesome football player. We got James Cook at 5, Saquon 6, Derrick Henry 7, Devon at 8, Breece Hall 9. We've got Josh Jacobs at 10. Do we like that list?
Two names that I'm just looking at the rushing leaders that we don't have on here: J.K. Dobbins and Rico Dowdle. I just think we need to random throw out just for their flowers.
I'm fine with giving them flowers,
here,
but I don't think I'd take either
Rico
of them
Dowdle.
over any of these guys.
Agreed. Yes. Yeah. But I like
Rico's been a
him
beast.
right there.
Don't get me wrong. Rico has been a beast, but I think as consistently as players, I wouldn't put them above any of these guys. Maybe Javonte, but that's about it. But that's our top 10 running backs in the NFL list. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor has been a top 10 player this year. Saquon was the number 1 player in the NFL on the NFL 100 list for the last season. So we'll see how the rest of his season goes. I would love to see him finish really strong and get 1,400 yards or something. As of right now, that OC in Philadelphia needs to switch things up because God, they look so bad in every facet of their offense, in my opinion. But that's
They've
the
been
top
very
10
hot
running back list. Yep, very true.
Yes.
Very true.
That's
our top 10
a lot.
running backs. I think we did good.
Yeah, I think that's a great list. I'm happy with that. I think we're nailing it.
Now, gentlemen, we've got our top. We are going to be ranking our top 10 wide receivers in the NFL this season for the 2025 NFL season. We've got S through D tier. Let's get started. We're just going to be going through each name, and then we're going to be putting up the obvious players, and then we're going to be ranking them once we are done with that. Our top row, Drake London, in my opinion, probably deserves to be in the top 10. We'll see once
I agree.
Once we get later on in the list.
Agree.
Roma Dunze, got to give him his flowers. He's looked really good this year. Not a top 10 wide receiver, though. Jamar Chase instantly goes to S tier for me. No question about it.
Higgins might be in there, too.
Higgins might be. I'm going to put him down
I'm in
here.
the bottom.
We can take him out
later.
George Pickens could be up here.
Yes.
CeeDee Lamb very obviously is a top 10 wide receiver. Amon-Ra very obviously a top 10 wide receiver. Matthew
Yes.
Golden in my heart is top 10 in fantasy.
Yeah, shut up.
What
Nico
about
Collins.
Nico? Well,
Yeah,
he's had a rougher year.
I agree.
And the
But if we're
guy
just
I
that
would put
talking
him
top,
below Higgins and Pickens.
This is not in
We'll worry
any
about
order
that
yet.
later.
I only put Jamar
Yeah.
Chase at
Okay.
S because he's
Get
obviously S tier.
get Puka Nakua in there.
Past that, where's Puka even at?
We
Am I
got
missing him?
Puka
Puka,
McConkey and Nakua. And maybe
McConkey.
Johnston
I don't know.
too. Damn it.
McConkey, I'm
No.
not putting in here. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know.
Wow,
Maybe.
that's
don't.
okay.
I don't even know if he's the best wide receiver on that team. To be honest with you, Devontae Adams could be up here. Personally,
Maybe. Yes.
He could.
we'll put him as a maybe.
I
Justin
think he's going to
Jefferson,
be
very
at
obviously.
the edge.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's gonna be
Yep.
edging. We've got Malik
Ugh.
Neighbors. We're not gonna rank anybody
Olave's been
who is
okay,
hurt.
but-
To let anybody know, we're just not putting those guys up there. So Malik would be up here, but he's hurt. So Garrett Wilson, probably fringe around there, but we'll see how
this season, I would
how
say
the
no.
list goes. AJ Brown, very obviously a top 10 wide receiver skill wise, but he hasn't gotten the ball at all this year. But do we want to put him up there because he's obviously a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL?
You can put him up
No.
and remove him if we need.
All right, I'll put him up there.
I would-
He needs
that's
a new
fine,
team,
but-
though, for sure.
JSN,
Same with Metcalf.
obviously up there. I agree.
I think you put
Then-
a Luka up there.
Nobody on the Bucks, in my opinion, just because they're all hurt. And
Well, he has
Yep.
been hurt. That's
after
true.
that, Terry McLaurin could be up here, but he's
No.
hurt as well. There's a lot of injuries. I mean, it's just kind of the way the
Olave's,
game's going,
Olave's
unfortunately.
played pretty well, actually. I mean, until Tyler Shuck took over, Rattler was giving Olave the ball a lot. but
That's true. He's been very solid this year. I don't think he's been top 10 solid, and then Brian Thomas
Yeah.
Jr. has the talent for top 10. He was very much top 10 last year, but he's just hurt. Or not hurt.
Go to-
His brain is hurt. He's not playing well.
There's
so-
two guys that I want to ask
He's
you about.
sad.
Cortland
sad.
Sutton and Rasheed Rice. What do you think about those two?
Cute. I like him. I'm gonna throw another
If
name
this is
into
the
that
Fast
mix
and
too.
the
Marvin
Furious-
Harrison Jr.
Rashi Rice is up there. Marv, I like a lot. I don't know if I'd put him towards the top 10 yet.
I don't know if I would.
Yeah,
either,
we
not
got cut
yet.
4 people, but we can put Rice and Sutton up and see. I just don't see.
Yeah,
I think right now
I think
we're
we put
probably
Sutton
cutting.
up there. If we have Metcalf up there, we got to put Sutton up there. I don't think Metcalf should be
No,
up there.
we're-
I think
Metcalf is
Metcalf
about
is
to
better
get
than
cut.
Sutton. Metcalf is getting cut, though. I think
I think we're
Higgins
gonna
is getting
have to
cut as
cut-
well. JSN obviously
Ooh.
goes in the list. I think Pickens goes in the list. He's been unbelievable this year.
He has.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 2 spots. I think it would be sacrilegious to not have AJ Brown in the top 10, even if we put him at 10. To be honest with you,
I have to say that I think we take Metcalf out, and I think we take AJ Brown out. Or maybe Higgins. I think at least Metcalf, just because I don't know. I feel like
I
those
would
first five,
personally
6, 7,
take
8, 9,
Metcalf and AJ Brown over T Higgins. I think Devontae Adams has been the best out of any of these guys this year because he's been the most consistent, and he's just one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, at least in my opinion. Devontae Adams is a beast.
I
I
think
mean,
we've
he's
got our
pretty dang good.
our top 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then. So really, what we have to agree on, or we have to decide on, is who stays out of Drake London, AJ Brown, T Higgins, and DK Metcalf. In my mind, it's Drake London.
Interesting. Another guy that very well could be up here is Jalen Waddle, by the way. He's been very, very solid for the Dolphins, and he is an awful QB. Just want to throw that
I
out
think
there.
rest of season, Rasheed Rice should be up here as well. He didn't play for 6 weeks.
I don't know. Well, do we want to go off projections, though, or do we want to just go off of what
No,
we've
no,
seen
no,
so far?
no. We're going off of what we've seen.
Okay. So, we do have to cut a couple guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Please.
7, 8, 9, 10. We got to cut 3 guys here.
I think we got to cut Brown. Yeah. I think we got to cut Brown, Higgins, and Metcalf, unfortunately.
I can agree with that.
It's tough.
Very obviously, AJ Brown's a top. I would put him top 5 in the league. He just isn't getting targeted because that offense is so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason Jalen Hurts is where we put him on our QB rankings last in our QB rankings list. He's good, but you can't rely on him to do anything without the stacked offense that they have. That's all I will say. I think he's a good QB, but not great or elite like a lot of the QBs in the NFL that we did rank above him.
So in our top 10, I'm going to throw something hot out there right now. Honestly, from what we've seen, I think you put Nico Collins at the bottom of this list.
That's fine.
I think that's fair.
I'm not against that. I personally
I forgot
put
Nico was
Puka
up
up
there.
here, and then I put Pickens right here, and then I leave it like this. Honestly, honest to God.
Ooh. I think you need to put Puka in the top level. Before he got hurt, he was averaging 100 yards a game the first 5-6 weeks.
Yeah,
I
think
could
think
agree.
Puka and JSN to me are kind of like you're crazy if you say they're better than Chase and Jefferson.
I don't
But
think
if
there's
you're
a
asking
single
me-
player on this planet better than these two at wide receiver. But
Right, but
if
for
you're
what we've
asking
seen
put
this
these-
year,
just for
I'll put these two in S tier because they are playing very amazing this year. But I would personally have these two in their own tier because these are future Hall of
Yeah.
Famers right here.
yes,
well,
yes. But
again, and I'm being, but if we're talking all time, right? Obviously, those guys, you got Triple Crown winners. Justin Jefferson is just you got the two of the best of all time, basically. If we're talking just 2025, Puka Nakua is leading by like literally 30 receptions. Again, Jackson Smith and Jigba's leading like by 100 yards. I don't necessarily look at those two guys and think,
I don't think
man,
Puka's
they're
leading by
slowing down
30
and
receptions. Jamar Chase is
No,
number
he-
one in the league in
let-
receptions
I-
right now.
I agree with
Well,
Schmeeks,
then I'm
though,
dead wrong.
because
Jamar Chase is
and Justin
15
Jefferson,
receptions ahead of the next guy.
but their
Then I'm dead
quarterbacks have
wrong.
been inconsistent. Their
Yeah,
quarterbacks
we
have been
have to
crap.
take
I
in
agree with
account
Schmeeks.
also the situation they're in. Like Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, we can all agree are the two best wide receivers on the planet right now. Like, and
but
they have
in
been, and they will
2025
continue to be.
in 2025, I think that you have got to calm and take a step back and hear what we're saying because statistically, Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase have not been as good as Puka Nacua and JSN.
I'll say they don't have as good
For
as
just
stats.
2025.
I'm gonna say they don't
For
have as
just
good as
2025.
stats as them, but they're still S tier.
Yes, yes. I think that the list that we have right now is good. I I kind of want to move. I kind of want to move Drake London up. I kind of want to move George Pickens up. Um, Nico Collins, I'm fine with where it's at. I don't know. I think it's a pretty good list. I mean, I think the names we have are
I would probably
are
put
really
Amon
good.
Ra above CD as of right now because CD missed a few games.
Yep.
Can I say something crazy without judgment?
No,
Sure.
but go ahead.
I say move Pickens up above Chase. Just kidding. I'm kidding. No, the crazy without judgment. What do we think about? And this is such recency bias, but I'm gonna say it anyways. What do we think about Higgins over Collins? Taking Collins off and
I
putting
don't like
Higgins in.
it.
You don't
I
like
don't
it?
like it personally.
I
Okay.
I
No.
I am gonna overrule you because I like it. I think that's the right choice.
I disagree.
I just think Higgins is such a freak.
He is very,
Yeah,
very
and I
good.
think
Athlete.
Nico's been really inconsistent. CJ Stroud's been kind of inconsistent. I would go T Higgins.
All right. All right.
We do have
All
to
right.
somehow order our top list, by the way, our S tier.
T.
Because
Higgins. Interesting. Interesting.
I think everyone else is in a good spot. So I think
Dude,
that you
I
have to
also
put
would have done.
Justin Jefferson at fourth. I think that again, statistically and with our quarterback play, you have to put him at four. I love him to death. I'm wearing his jersey. I'm so stoked to see him this weekend. But I think that those three are just getting more targets. They're on teams that are throwing the ball a little bit more consistently and better. I think just from what we've seen, I think you put those three above Justin Jefferson. The other, I don't know. Do you put Jason at one? In my mind, I'm struggling to think of someone who is higher than JSN right now. If Puka didn't miss 1 or 2 weeks, maybe Puka, but like Jamar Chase with how terrible Jake Browning played for 3 weeks, I don't know if we can put Jamar Chase at 1 right now.
I think you're
think
basing it off of
e-
what other guys are doing though, like how his QB's playing, which I don't think is very
But we're
accurate to how good
we're
he is.
saying
Because
2025, like
I get that, but he's also at the top of the league, and he had Jake Browning at QB for 3 weeks.
that's true. That's
yeah,
true.
that's I agree.
Here's the
I
best
think
way I
for the
can put
rest of
this is Justin Herbert didn't throw the ball much last year because they were in a run first offense. But would we really not put Justin Herbert super high up as a QB last year just because his stats weren't good? Does that make him a worse player? I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I also just I'm kind of in the same mindset of Carter's. Even if we were, if it's fantasy football, I want Chase as my wide receiver 1. I love JSN. I think he's terrific, but I think Chase, even with Flacco, I think they're just balling.
Mm.
Valid.
So do you guys
Very
like the
valid.
list that we have then? Do we leave it as it is?
I like the list.
I do.
I would have Justin Jefferson at 1A, 1B with Jamar Chase, but I got overruled. So,
I got something else because I know I'm gonna say something else crazy. I know I swapped out Higgins already. What would we think about Waddle at the 10 spot instead of Higgins?
I'm much happier with that than T Higgins. I think Jalen Waddle over T Higgins easily.
Just
And
because
that's an overrule already.
While we're talking about
Bottom
situation,
right.
Waddle has had debatably the worst situation
Yeah.
of any of these guys, and he's been putting up yards. He's looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an awesome player. He is an awesome player. Very,
I
very
love
good.
T, but I just think T next to London felt a little too much size to me. I want some speed down there.
I mean, Jalen Waddle is 10th in the NFL in receiving yards right now with 41
Yeah.
receptions. So, I mean,
I like that. I like him right there.
Not bad.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. So, our top 10 wide receiver list ends with a little bit of infighting with the chain crew. But we got Jamar Chase number 1, JSN number 2, Puka Nacua number 3, Justin Jefferson 1B, don't care what you say. Number 5, St. Brown. Number 6, CeeDee Lamb. Number 7, George Pickens. Number 8, we got Devontae Adams. Number 9, we got Drake London. And number 10, we got Jalen Waddle. 2 teams in here with 2 guys, which is pretty nuts, in my opinion.
It's crazy.
Ridiculous. Just completely unfair. And then 11 and 12, we've got Stephon Diggs and Kayshon Boutte. So not bad.
Obviously.
Not bad.
And I gotta say, if you're gonna extend that to 14, I would have fought to get like Higgins in there and possibly Justin Jefferson or possibly Jordan Addison. Maybe not Jordan Addison, but I think the Vikings and the Bengals are right there at having 2 stud receivers.
All I'll say is I think it's horrendous we don't have A.J. Brown in the top 10 based off of skill. But
Yeah,
it's off of
I get it.
stats, apparently.
He's-
So
No,
Well,
it's not
it's-
only
yeah.
off of stats.
it's kind of only off of stats. I would have Nico and A.J. Brown in here every day of the week. But
yeah.
this is our top 10
Yeah.
list of
Over Waddell in London. Over Waddle in London.
I would have A.J. Brown in the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL. I think he's that good. He's an incredible football player. Nico Collins,
agree.
I would probably have over London. I would personally take Jalen Waddle over Drake London. I think Jalen Waddle is an incredible football player. And if he got as many targets as the rest of these guys, I think a lot of other people would agree with me. But, yeah, that's our top 10 list, boys. Tell us what you think. Eagles fans, relax. You just got absolutely 1, 2, 3 punched in a row with the Saquon and the Jalen Hurts and the A.J. Brown disrespect, but sucks to suck, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. That's our list.
All right, so we finish up with our Week 10 hot takes, I believe is what is next, boys. If you are ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Always ready.
Okay,
Born ready.
we will not
I'm
go.
eating some pizza rolls after this. I'll tell you guys that much.
We will not go and like absolutely pick every single game. Let's just see what pops out to us for some hot takes here.
We can just say
Thursday
one. We
night.
can just say win or what team wins each game and not say anything more than that. I think Broncos over Raiders, obviously.
I'm down with that.
Falcons, Colts. What do we think?
I think Broncos too. I wanted to pick an upset, but I can't. Falcons,
I
Colts.
go
I
Broncos as well.
gotta go
I go
Colts.
Colts.
I'm gonna
I
be
go Colts.
basic.
I think the Colts bounce back and win that game.
Browns and
I
Jets is
think
the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna go Browns though
Yep,
because their defense is
I'd
really
go
good.
Browns.
Yep.
Yep, I would
I
go
think
Browns.
Browns too, and I think Quishon Williams. I think Quentin Judkins. I'm gonna say a hot take. I think 3
Quinshon.
touchdowns. Quentin Judkins.
Quinshon.
I don't think the Jets score more than 14
Quinshon.
points.
Thank you.
I go Miles Garrett 3 sacks in this game. Justin Fields gets sacked so much every single game. I don't think it's that crazy. That's my hot take.
One of us,
Ravens.
the chain crew, will be at this game on Sunday. I will
And
be in one of the end
unfortunately,
zones.
1/3 of us will be sad because Lamar Jackson is going to throw for another 4 touchdowns, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think Lamar Jackson might ball on us, but we'll see. I think our offense looks pretty good, and the Ravens' defense hasn't been great. I think it could be a shootout. I would love if this game was
That'd be
like
entertaining.
28-31.
I hope it's
would love
I hope
that.
it's like the 2018 Rams Chiefs game for you for the in
That
terms
would
of
be
excitement.
sick. Even if
Yeah,
we
I go
lose,
Ravens. Though.
I just want an exciting game. So yeah, we'll see. I would be hyped if we won this game and win 2 in a row. But we'll see. I mean, Lamar is Lamar, so
Yep.
I think I'll probably pick the Ravens, even though I really hope we win this game.
Valid.
Saints Panthers.
I go Panthers.
I want to
here.
see Lamar
Very
make a
early.
playoff push. I also just love the storyline of JJ beating the Lions and then the Ravens. So I just hope both sides have fun. With that being said, I'm going to take Ravens.
Yep, valid.
Fair. That's how I feel
Go
too.
Lamar. Go Lamar and
I
go
agree.
Justin Jefferson.
Panthers win this game for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree. I think they're on a heater.
Okay. These games are really
Bears.
interesting to me. Giants, Bears,
I go Bears.
Patriots, Buccaneers.
I go Bears. I go Bears.
Bears and
Really?
the Patriots Bucks is going to be a good game, but I give that
my
one
favorite
to
game
the
of the week.
Patriots.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked for Pat's Buccaneers, baby. That's Drake or Mayfield right there. The Drake
That
or
is.
Mayfield bowl.
Draker maybe.
I'm gonna go against you too. I'm gonna pick the Giants. I think their defense is gonna terrorize Caleb Williams, and maybe Jackson Dart goes off.
Ooh.
I'm picking the Giants in that game, and then
I bet
I
you it's a
think
low-scoring game. I could see like
feel like-
17-14 in the
I
Giants
think
Bears
you
game.
guys are bound to have an issue or fall off a little bit. I think Baker comes out hot off the bye, and I think the Bucks beat you guys.
I think this is a shootout and the Patriots win. But we'll see. This is the first time I'm actually going to be like saying my team wins because I usually say they're going to lose because I'm so sad over the
that's why
past
they're
few
going to
years.
lose.
And that's why they're going to lose. But I think Patriots win this one. I really do. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a shootout. I'm expecting 60-plus points in this game.
I could see that. I think I could see that.
I'm thinking like 34-31 game. This is just a blowout here. I take Bills over Dolphins every day of the week.
Yep,
Too easy.
Agreed.
absolutely.
Josh Allen, like 4
Texans.
touchdowns combined.
This is a divisional game. This game's interesting to me. Actually, we've got a ton of divisional games here.
Yeah, we do.
Jags and Texans.
Shitload. I'm going Jags.
I don't know.
I'll say it.
I would
I'll go
take.
Jags.
I think I'd take Texans. I think I'd take Texans here.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I like Texans too, even without CJ. I'm so far off that Trevor Lawrence train. I hate to say it, but I just don't think he's
Don't blame
gonna
you. I don't
pull it
blame you.
out against the vaunted Texans front.
Yeah, Texans defense looks really good. And then we've got big divisional games going on at the same time. Cardinals, Seahawks, Rams, 49ers.
I take
We've already
Seahawks,
seen these games.
and I take Niners.
We've seen the Seahawks beat the Cardinals on Thursday night, and then we saw the 49ers upset the Rams on Thursday night, like a week or two later.
Yep. I go
I'm also going Seahawks. Even though Cardinals looked good, they beat the Cowboys. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. You guys look just so complete on both sides of the ball. Rams Niners. If we see the Niners sweep the Rams, I would be absolutely shocked. I think that the
Yeah.
Rams are going to win this game. They just came off a blowout win on the Saints. Puka's healthy. I think the Rams win that game.
I think the Rams win, and I think they win by at least 2 possessions. If they
Wow.
don't, then Shanahan string him up coach of the year.
Yeah.
The
I think he's
49ers
already
are
there.
so decimated by the 49ers are so decimated by injuries. Last time the Rams win I think the 49ers win as a plus 8.5 underdog. I can't see that. I would take that line again.
I go Niners.
Last
Upset.
year's. Oh, really?
It's fair.
Yeah, I said it a few times right there. I think Niners. I like it. I like the upset there. We'll see, though.
Okay.
Divisional games are tough. It's going to be a close one, I think.
Look,
We got
the Hawks might lose to the Cardinals. I hate
Yep.
to say it, but Marvin Harrison and Brissett look good.
Lions and Commanders and Steelers and Chargers. I'm going Lions and then Chargers here. Lions have a bounce back game this week, and the Chargers, even with all the injuries and everything, I just think Justin Herbert's playing really, really good. They've got Derwin James is playing freaking believable on defense. Khalil Mack's playing really good. I think that defense is looking really, really nice, and I think they're going to start heating up. So I go Chargers. Yeah. I think Steelers had a fluke game against the Colts.
Well, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say it's not a fluke game, and I'm a little nervous on how hard the Chargers had to fight against the 1-7, the 2-6 Titans. I think the Steelers look like the guys with the momentum right now.
But here's the thing about that game, though, is that's a trap game, but they still ended up winning it. Like, lots of teams lose trap games every year. The Packers lost to the Browns and the Panthers this year, but they blew out the Lions. Like, I don't know. I think with a tougher opponent here, the Steelers lose. We'll see, though.
I would agree on the Lions. Poor Jaden Daniels. The Commanders are just not going to be able to do much this year, I think. So Lions win that game. I agree with Schmeigs. I do not agree with you, Dom. I think the Steelers win this game. I think Joe Alt is going to be a huge loss for the Chargers. They barely beat the Titans. Both of these teams, though, have been really inconsistent. Both these teams have just kind of been up and down. But I think the Steelers win that one.
I think Steelers'
Monday
defense has
night-
been absolutely awful all year long, and they've had a couple of decent
But then
games.
They beat the 7-1 Colts, man.
They have been awful.
They
You're right.
did beat the 7-1 Colts, but they also allowed Justin Fields to look like prime Cam Newton. So, like,
They've had 30 dropped on them multiple times. They didn't look. Yeah, I agree with you.
At the end of the day, I'm going QB for QB here, and I'm taking Herbert and the offense to beat them.
You think Herbert's better than prime Aaron Rodgers? No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Eagles or Packers? This is that's a game.
Really tough one, actually. The Packers could win any game, any week, in my opinion, but because they're just so talented. It's all going to come down to how good their pass rush plays this game. I could actually see this being a game Saquon Barkley has a really good game again. So I'll go Eagles here.
I was thinking the same. I think I'm going Eagles. Packers just lost to the Panthers, and the Panthers have been looking good, but the Packers are starting to look a lot more inconsistent compared to the first couple of weeks, and the Eagles are finding a way to win games. And they've made the pass game work. Some games they made the run game work. Some games I think the Eagles take this.
I agree.
I gotta say, if there's one thing I've learned about the Packers, it's that they never do what I expect. And I expect the Eagles to win this, so I'm going Packers.
Which means the Eagles win this.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know how the reverse jinx works.
There's a lot of reverse psychology going on here. The Packers, they're going to tie at this rate. Another Packers tie.
Dude, if they had their second tie,
that would be fire.
It would be something.
Mm-hmm.
That is
the
our
longest
episode predictions
ever.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous. This one was going to be a little longer. So shout out to everyone who has stood with us and listened in and showed us the love and appreciation. And we're going to keep trying to put together some fun, shorter videos for you guys to watch, some reels and things like that on the Instagram and the YouTube. So,
Yep.
we're trying to keep the train rolling and keep putting out content. We hope you guys are enjoying it. We're having fun. It's the middle of the season. We're having a great time. All of our teams just won. We're happy. I get to go to a game this weekend. Like, things are good. We're going to keep having a good time. We hope to hear from you guys. Show us some love, show us some comments, and we will see you guys next week. Dom, hit us with the outro.
Bye.